What is going on, everybody, and welcome to episode number 43. 43. Scruffy, whatever you did to your camera, you cut off half your head, bro. Can you maybe lift that camera back up a little bit? Thank you. I had everything perfect until you fucked with it mid-show. Welcome in, everybody, to episode number 43 of the best goddamn podcast. I mean, I don't even know if I want to say, like, this universe, because realistically, I think any universe, I challenge whatever intergalactic being wants to come down here and say that they're better. So, just saying, they can fuck right off. We're the best one. 100%.
True that.
100%.
Very true.
Can we raise that to the multiverse level, actually?
Yeah. The problem is then you start getting to like zombie multiverse, and then there'd be like a zombie multiverse of the pre-patch podcast. So like
Right.
that would
be pretty dope, though. I would watch that. Like
Yeah.
if I could watch myself as a zombie on this podcast.
I mean, what the thing about it would be, like, if we go into the multiverse and we're talking about the pre-patch, which that in that time would be the best version of that podcast in their universe, right? So like,
Yeah,
it's the multiverse gets real weird and hairy. This is why the MCU is having such a hard problem with it. So, but yeah, man, as always, my crew's here. Our crew, the pre-patch team. We got Enigma, we got Scruffy, we got Bill. How's everybody doing today?
Guys.
Yo, what's up? What's
Yeah.
up? How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's having a great Thursday.
Absolutely.
Welcome on into the
Not bad.
podcast.
Not bad at all. I had some sushi today, which was nice.
Ooh.
You.
Yeah.
Sushi is always good.
Sushi is always
it's
good,
not.
dude. I had
No,
an old bay roll. It was amazing.
What's your go-to? Mine's eel roll. I love
Ah.
eel roll.
Does that have eel sauce on it? So I like eel. I don't like
Yeah,
eel
it's got the-
sauce.
It's got the eel sauce, eel, and the one at the place I do has Masago on top as well.
Yeah, I love Masago. So my go-to, it's called a deluxe roll, but it's yellowtail, salmon, and what was the other one? Tuna, I think. And then it's all in one roll with crab stuffed inside, cream cheese, and then they do wasabi mayo on top with a little bit of Masago. So it's fucking great.
That
I'll,
sounds
ta-
so
I'll
good.
take
Yeah.
I'll take all of that and then cook it.
Absolutely not. You do not.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Although I have had a deep fried sushi burrito before.
Wait, what's a sushi burrito?
It's literally like a big ass burrito,
called an egg
sushi
roll.
style. No. And it's deep fried, but like it's still like all the raw ingredients inside. Oh my god, it's crazy.
That's not too much off of how. So I have an Old Bay roll that they do here, which is they take blue crab, and then they make the roll, and then they deep fry the outside of it. And it's fucking great, man. It really is. Oh god, it's so good. All right, we're already off track. We have so much stuff to talk about that we cannot afford to get off track. Jesus Christ. So, but anyway, welcome in, guys. Thank you to everybody that's joining us live. We do this every other Thursday, and we talk about this. Is that you can join us live right here in all of our channels across Twitch. Exclamation mark podcast in the channel, an exclamation mark show will get you the links to everything. Our anchors, links, so you can listen to it on your other, podcasting platforms if you have to catch us later. And then, like I said, exclamation mark show will allow you to interact with all of the chat. We interact with you guys, and all of those kind of cool things. And we're soon going to start, I think, opening it up to where we're going to start getting emails from you guys, as well as Twitter DMs and things like that for questions that you want answered, that you don't think of
Or
now.
YouTube comments.
Yep, YouTube comments, all that kind of good stuff. So,
or anchor voice lines. But if you fuck around with it, I will ban your ass. I will take that shit off. I promise. I will do it.
so
Don't
there
send
you
me
go.
some weird shit, man. I will fucking.
Talk about sending us some weird shit. I don't even want to tell you guys what Enigma's been calling us with. He's been sending us some weird
Don't
stuff.
be fucking.
Oh,
don't be outing me like this, bro. Why you gotta be like this, bro?
I have to now because of that one thing. I have to triple check. I need to delete
Yeah.
that.
We cannot pull up our
No.
Discord live on
That's
stream.
not
Let's
gonna
just leave
I'm
that.
sorry.
because I need that gone.
Nope.
When the podcast voice discussion becomes not safe for work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
It's
literally.
P-Pigs.
Let's be honest. The podcast
It's
discussion
P-Pigs.
has never been safe for work.
it's definitely not safe for Scruffy's mom. That's for damn sure.
Definitely not. No.
Bro, we
Uh,
were talking about this the other day. Like your mom has literally made us a very successful podcast on
True.
YouTube.
Like,
We need
all
to
right,
add,
yeah.
we need to get her in one of these days and have like a
A guest appearance.
interview Scruffy's mama day
Yeah.
and just be like, hey, You got any embarrassing stories about Scruffy? We would love to hear them.
She will too.
All right. Scruffy's mom is amazing. Let's get on topic.
Yep.
So we have a laundry list of stuff to talk about, guys. We're going to be going through them somewhat quickly, but spending time on them through there. If you have questions, please put them in the chat. But there's a lot of stuff. I mean, thanks to PlayStation launching their fucking showcase tonight or today, we got a lot more stuff to talk about.
The show real quick.
Yeah, I was going.
In reality, like, do we really care? Like,
oh my god! All right, so we're gonna
you shut the fuck up.
We're gonna go ahead and start with the Twitch and YouTube discussion. This really isn't drama per se. This is more or less just discussion. If you guys have not been following along, you must live under a rock unless you don't understand what's been going on with Twitch. Even if you don't follow these streamers, or news, it's still a big deal. So this week marked the move of Dr. Lupo and Tim the Tatman moving over to YouTube to live stream. And we're not going to really talk about them per se, because they do have like flat out carte blanche, right? The reason that these moves are made, regardless of anything else, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And I think we can all agree that money is the driving factor behind all of this. It's a contract.
Hell, even Dr. Lupo said it. He's like, I took the contract with YouTube because the paycheck that they are giving me makes it so that I can stream less and spend more time with my family, like straight up.
So that is like a monetary thing. So that does not, like, the bigger discussion here is the platforms themselves and like what do they offer and things like that. If you go into like the whole whys of why these people moved, it's pretty straightforward, cut and dry, because there was a contract, there was money. The Twitch contracts came up. YouTube is willing to pay, and honest to God, guys, realistically, Summit's contract, they're all under the same talent agency. So like Lupo, Summit, Lyric, they're all Shroud, they're all under loaded. If they're offering it to one, they're going to be offering it to the other. So as these other contracts come up, I think that you're going to probably see more and more of this. I would not be surprised to say that probably another 5 or 6 will leave and go over to YouTube.
For sure.
Over there. Now, the discussion that is to be had is, and we've talked about this, I think, enough, especially between me moving over there, coming back, like back and forth. I mean, we all know that I have the attention span of a fucking flea when it comes to streaming platforms.
Don't give yourself that much credit.
Thanks, Enigma. Nobody chimed your fucking bell.
I chimed my bell, sir.
But the thing about it is, like, there are things that YouTube does well, right? And I have been very open about it. I didn't know if you wanted to say something or saying anything else. But yeah, so there's stuff there that like YouTube does well. Their transcoding stuff, phenomenal. Their bitrate stuff, phenomenal. Their server stuff, phenomenal. Like from a viewer's perspective, viewing. When I say viewers, I'm not talking about like their UI. I'm just talking about like from a viewing perspective, top notch, phenomenal. And it's worldwide. Twitch is still, there are things in Twitch where like their server and transcoding and stuff just still does not work in certain parts of the world. YouTube is not. Like there are more eyeballs on YouTube than there are anywhere else. But the thing about it is like their user interface really does suck. It
is honestly the biggest detriment to the platform itself. And if they want to be taken as a serious competitor to Twitch, I think that's where they need to put a bunch of resources. Because if they can attract the viewership, then they can buy as many big streamers as they want. But if the viewers don't enjoy the platform being on the platform, that's where your problem's going to lie.
Well, I think their whole concept here is that they buy these streamers, they come over, right? And then from there, they then show like, hey, we have the viewership to now warrant this, which is still fucking backwards. Like the reality is like you create a better experience, people will just come over naturally.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like from a discoverability, and there's a, you don't have to sit here and listen to us do this. Like there are hundreds of other, like, I mean, Harris Heller does it. Devin Nash talks about it, and they do a great job of explaining like the pros and cons and benefits of both or whatever else. And the one thing I will say is that all of them hit on the fact of like, from a discoverability standpoint, there are more eyeballs on YouTube. There are more eyeballs. Like there's more of a chance of you getting your VODs, not your stream, but your VODs pushed into the algorithm to where you'll be seen more. And I think Devin, I can't remember if it was Devin or Harris that said it, but Twitch is a very lonely thing because you are pretty much like being pushed over to, like when you push your viewership to Twitch, it's not like it's easy for those people to go back. Like most people like don't come from TikTok over to Twitch and then go back to TikTok or whatnot. And people from Twitch very rarely go over to TikTok and those kind of things. YouTube is a little bit different. Like most people will go see your YouTube content. But it's, I don't know. There's a lot of videos out there. If you are thinking about switching, like just do your research and really understand like what it is. And if you are going to go to YouTube, understand that it's a lonely world over there, because again, it's just like the reason I came back personally so I could play with you guys. I miss being able to play with you guys. Not that we couldn't play together, but like playing and streaming and sharing a community and raiding, like that's all something that's built here. You can't do that over there. So
yeah, that's something I was gonna say is I feel like YouTube lacks like a sense of interaction. Like they obviously have the viewer, the chat, and all that. But with Twitch, you have stuff like the hype trains, the raids, the bits, all the fun activities that can happen, even down to like even the extensions and stuff like sound alerts and all that sort of stuff that you can interact with the actual streamer and do more with the streamer than you can on YouTube. And I think that's something YouTube also lacks, and that's a big drawback as well.
Well, I mean,
So,
yeah, platform-wide community is huge.
Yeah.
YouTube is at its core is a video platform. I mean, that's what it is. Like, until they start to really take this seriously, in which I hope they do, man. Twitch needs that competition, and I mean, I really hope that Twitch wakes up, to the fact of like,
and
hey,
at this point, YouTube's really the only one to do that. Facebook's drooling on themselves in the corner.
Yeah. What about Mixer? Oh wait,
what about D-Live, bro?
Yeah. Well, Trovo made a thing over at PAX West. They were there. Like, I'm like, what the fuck, man? Go away. But I mean, Facebook, the thing about Facebook is they keep touting these numbers or whatever else, but people don't understand. People that
it's all from embeds.
Right. It's not even the fact that it's just embeds, but it's the fact that Facebook as a whole, they're like, oh, there's more. Their whole thing is they quote unquote discoverability. Like what they push over every other platform is their discoverability. Like they say, hey, I am going to, you can be seen on so many things. And it's like, yeah, because of the fact that Facebook is just shoving this thing into people's feeds and they're counting that as views. But the reality of it is that it's really not. Like,
it's not a conscious view. It's technically your VOD on a screen somewhere.
Right.
Data is being transferred to that person, but they're not watching it. They're not interacting.
Right.
They're not a part of your community.
So it's and as someone that is like with me doing my real estate stuff, like for someone that like actually is making ads and putting them out there, it's also very like Facebook does a very deceiving job of being like, oh, your view was seen by 3,000 people. It's like, yeah, okay, it was seen because it was in a feed and they count it as it scrolled through the feed as being seen. That doesn't count as someone
for 0.1 seconds.
Right. So
Yeah.
Anyway, so I mean
the wild thing is though that even like what you were saying, YouTube is better for discoverability on videos specifically. As bad as Twitch's discoverability is streaming wise, it still has a better stream discoverability than what the current iteration of YouTube gaming has.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I feel like that really comes down to the factor of raids. I think raids are a big part of discoverability.
It's more than just raids. They don't even.
It's more than just raids. It's the way the directories work and stuff. There's no specific like, if you go and search a game, you're going to get a million videos before you see.
So they actually just changed that. That's actually not the case anymore. So if you look up a game, like I was looking up Terraria,
it streams to the top now?
And the live streams are at the top. So they put live streams at the top, which is nice. But the problem still in lies is that it's still not. It's no, like if to go to find live streams, like if I just want to be like, where do I go to find live streams? If I look up YouTube Gaming, which is what they're pushing, it's not going to pull live streams. Like YouTube Gaming is still where they house all of their gaming videos. So it's not like I can just go and be like, oh, I want to go see live streams. Like that doesn't.
Right.
And until they brand that, until they need to fully, and I don't even know why they don't. Like, who gives a fuck about YouTube Gaming? No one's like, oh, I go to YouTube.
Because they don't take their live streaming seriously. It's exactly what we've been talking about and what I've been saying for forever. They continuously, and I don't know why, they continue because they have a built-in user base that would love to have it. They continue to not take live streaming seriously. They would rather you have bite-sized chunks of content that people can consume whenever they want to, which I understand it, but there is that subsection of people that want to watch and interact with a live stream. Like they're starved for it over there, and that's why Twitch does so well right now.
Yeah, I mean, so
I feel like with the YouTubes, like with the videos themselves, and now with the shorts and stuff, it's in a perfect spot to just slide streaming in there and really hammer it home. It has all the tools to be a all-in-one content creation platform. You can make your TikTok style videos, you can make your YouTube videos, and if you build an audience off of one or both of those, as it stands right now, you have a pretty decent chance of building a streaming audience, but that's only after people have seen either your VOD from a past stream, YouTube videos that you've made, or the shorts that you've made. And the shorts beta is still in beta, so it's pretty spotty on its algorithm right now and how it's pushing.
I'm
content.
curious how that's going to push as well, because it is in beta, they're pushing to literally everyone. Like your short just gets fucking lambasted out there to people.
It used to be even worse. Back when there used to be a YouTube hack kind of thing where if you just make any short, you would get at least 1,000 eyes on that short, no matter what the content of it was. And then they completely neutered it so that it wasn't going to anybody unless your channel already had a certain amount of subs. Like the algorithm was just killing any like small channel, and they're starting to level it back out, but they're really messing with that algorithm. I want to see how they balance it out in the future. I don't know why they don't just rip TikTok's like algorithm, because TikTok genuinely has a pretty decent algorithm.
Didn't they like patent that algorithm or something?
If they did, that would make sense.
I'm pretty sure that they actually did.
It's one of the more sophisticated algorithms out there for content viewing that I've seen at the very least.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, again, they have and I think their mentality, and I hope their mentality is that they buy these streamers. These streamers come over. And one thing I will say that a lot of them are mentioning right off the bat is just the quality. They're just like, the quality over here is fucking crazy. Lupo mentioned it. Tim mentioned
That's all fine and dandy, but I don't think a lot of the consumer base cares about that. There's still plenty of places.
I mean, if you look at the, if you look at the numbers
of the consumer base that cares about that, but I feel like the thing that YouTube does well with that is you have the option to have the high quality stuff like 2K, 4K, whatever. But since transcoding is always on, no matter what you're doing, whether it's a live stream or a VOD, whoever's consuming your content can manipulate it to whatever their data needs are.
I mean,
I think that's the proper way to go about it.
Well,
because there are places out there, plenty of places, a majority of places, I would dare to say that 720p is like the top of what they can handle.
Which again, and most stuff, a lot, if we're talking regional wise, you look at Asia, majority of Asia is consumed on a phone, right? Like, so most, and phones aren't, but again, for like if you look at videos and where YouTube is going with videos, you're not getting videos that are going down in quality. No one is filming these videos in 1080p or anything really low. Like everything is going 4K. It's going higher. It's going higher. It's going higher. So I think giving the option there,
just to have the option,
is big.
Amazing.
And even transcoding. I mean, for fuck's sake, like we even had a discussion being like, oh, well, we need to move the transcoding of here from 936 to 720 to 1080 or whatever. And I tested it across multiple different things and went and looked at stuff. There are times where, Bill, you've turned on your stream at 720. It's still 720, no transcoding. I've had it where I've turned mine on 1080p, had transcoding. I've gone to somebody else's stream,
I was
turned
told
it on
today mine didn't have transcoding.
Right. So it's fucking
fun fact from my dude Crow Templar. I just restart the stream until I get transcoding because it's a dice roll at the start of your stream whether you're going to get it or not. So that's the most fucking stupidest thing you could do. Like it's extremely dumb, but
what I'm saying is I think that hopefully in their mind is that they're buying these streamers, they're bringing them over, viewership is going to go up, they're going to have more people here because these guys are, if you're just buying them just to buy them for right now and that's your play, fine, whatever. But if you're buying them to try to increase viewership and make your thing legitimate, then you've got to spend time on it. And I'm hoping that within the next year, they will spend time actually doing this.
Yeah, I'm hoping we don't see another case of Mixer pretty much here. And I'm not talking about the death of Mixer. Obviously, YouTube will never die. But I'm talking about the fact that Mixer bought out streamers, brought them over, Ninja, Shroud, whoever, bought them out,
and
they gave up. They didn't do anything to the platform to better it or anything like that. I hope YouTube actually takes notes and buys these streamers, sees the increase in viewership, and actually does something about it.
I just
'Cause-
hope they're not gullible enough to think that just buying the streamers are going to be enough, because
That's what Mixer did, I feel like.
yeah, I can't remember what the percentage of people that actually jumped over from the Mixer moves and from the
Yeah.
YouTube buys, but it's
like-
a
It was-
fraction of what they were getting on.
It was big at one point, but then it dropped me the next day like it was nothing. Like that was it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
it'll be interesting. Again, this is an interesting time. I think if there was one company I would want to bet on to say like this is the company that will do it and can do it and should do it and I want to do it, it's YouTube. As much as like a fucking Google is still a pain in the ass and a shit company, like when it comes to a lot of other fucking reasons, when we're just talking from a streaming platform service, unless you're gonna have like and even startups, unless you're gonna have fucking the Dr. Disrespects and all these other people make this stuff, like which I don't know, but even then, like this is the company I would like. If you're gonna do it, you got the money, you've got the power, you've got the stuff. Do it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
fucking half-ass it.
yeah,
Exactly.
and make Twitch, force Twitch to fucking move their hand. You know what I mean? Like force Twitch to do something. So, but yeah. So that's the YouTube Twitch news. No real drama. It's just all this, kind of exciting stuff. And like I said, we'll be on the lookout for what's going to happen over the next couple times. Because also too, you've got the Doc Disrespect lawsuit that's going to be happening here at some point in time.
That's gonna be big.
Which is going to be interesting. So, yeah. Moving on to what we've been playing. Super excited about some of the stuff here that we've been playing because we have some new games. Give me a sec here to make sure everything is up. All right. I'm going to kick off with Bloodstained. So I started playing this game. It's actually been out for a little bit. Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. So this is a game that it's on sale right now for $19.99, and in my opinion, fully worth the $19.99. It's normally a $40. That's actually why I picked it up. I didn't play it earlier on because it was pretty expensive for what the game. But Bloodstain was actually a previous game that I believe was on the Switch, if I'm not mistaken. And then they redid it and brought it over to the PC and basically made, I'm going to skip ahead here so we can get to like actual like combat stuff. But they made it, enhance the graphics, all the normal stuff that they do with PC things. It's a Metroidvania style game, so very a la like Castlevania, Hollow Knight style. And the thing that I like about this is, one, I love the art style. Like the art style is very, very good. It's like a mixture of anime plus like this 2D stuff. And then there's sections of it that really go into like not like a pixelated version, but like this very like, it reminds me of like old Castlevania style graphics, which is really cool.
It's because I'm pretty sure it was marketed as just like this generation Symphony of the Night style game. Which
it gives me that vibe for sure, 100%. But the cool thing about it is like as you're playing, you are taking on the role of what is called the Shard Keeper. I forgot what the name of the Shard Bearer, I think, is their thing. But as the cool thing about it is like in most Metroidvania styles or Hollow Knight style games, there's no real point like other than for backtracking. Like you're backtracking to grab souls, you're backtracking to go grab I'm gonna fast forward again to where I'm not just like being stupid, but like you're fast forwarding to like or you're backtracking to get souls and things like this. And this, you're killing stuff, and as you kill stuff, there's an RNG roll that you're going to be able to obtain their soul or their shard, and that shard gives you abilities. They give you powers. They give you like magic spells. And
Blue Mage in Final Fantasy, you
kinda
take the spell of the enemy.
Yep. And the cool thing about it is the only way to level those spells is to acquire those souls again. And so you're able to go like it gives you kind of a reason to go back and redo it. This was one of the weirder things about the game that it for me is very off. Like they made quests and elements of the game, for instance, like customization. It's a quest, and so like you can go and the character I was talking to was like this demonic barber, very a la Sweeney Todd. In fact, his name is Todd. And there's one of the events where I actually grabbed the soul. So I killed something and it dropped the soul, and now I have this the shard that gives me an ability what's called acid spray. So now I can spray these things, and they have 5 different types of shards that you can have. There's tentacles in the game too, Bill. So one of them is like this big tentacle smash.
Hell yeah.
But
there it is.
yeah. So like one of the the missions is like you have to change your customization 666 times. Now you don't have to do it, but like it is a quest to do it. It's a side mission. So for like 100%ers, I don't know. I mean, that's insane. But like there's other things too, like the ability to hot swap your loadouts. So if you is a quest item. So you actually go and find these shards that are white, and they will unlock the ability to do shortcuts to like loadouts, which is fucking crazy to me. Like they put this stuff behind like collectible items. I don't know. It's real weird, but it's a blast. It really is fun. I'm having a blast playing it. I'm enjoying it a lot more than what I thought I was. You gotta play it. It started off very easy. And then it very quickly got fucking difficult.
Yeah,
it's
I
very
think the
difficult.
shard mechanic's interesting.
Oh yeah, I found like I'm in very, very, very early stages, and I've already found like a whole bunch of shards. Like, I mean, there's just a whole bunch of different ones. If is it on the Xbox Game Pass? If it's on the Xbox Game Pass, 100% play it. Like, it's fucking phenomenal. It is such a good game. And yeah, I mean, it really is like, and you get familiars too. So like you'll get like little pets that will roam around. That'll be Hollow Knight's in this fucking game. Like, or not Hollow Knight, Shovel Knight is in the game. Like he's an enemy, and you'll get you get him as an ability as well, which is kind of crazy. And
cool.
Yeah, so like it's a lot of fun. It's very well done. I haven't had any kind of issues gameplay wise. Like I said, it's a blast. Yeah, and the bosses have really good mechanics. There are a couple times where I've felt like the bosses were it was cheating a little bit. Like there were moments where I would go to attack, and like he would just hit me. It was like he knew where I was fucking going, like as I was like inputting. So like there was like almost like an input delay, and the system was reading, okay, you hit the jump button based on where you're at, you're gonna be here. I'm throwing a dart up there, and I'm just like, there's no fucking way. There was a couple times where that was kind of happening. So, but yeah.
Everything I've watched of this game, it's Symphony of the Night almost to a fault in some of the mechanics. It almost ages itself prematurely just to try to get that Symphony of the Night style feel, which for most of the time it's a blessing. It works well for it, but there are
this is
kind of similar to what you were talking about with the bullshit difficulty.
Yeah,
where the game just ages itself, or this enemy just derping out and not even fighting you.
Yeah, no, that's one of the things. I quickly defeated that thing, and I was like, this was not supposed to be like this. This was supposed to be some kind of fight, and it definitely was not. But again, still enjoyable time. $20 or on Game Pass, worth if you love these style of games, love Metroidvania styles, like go play them. You'll really enjoy it.
Hell yeah.
So
the Mask War was creepy as shit.
Yeah. There's some odd fucking outfit
cosmetics
choices.
are interesting.
Yeah, there's some odd outfit choices that you could put on. They also don't explain any of that shit when it comes to like attack. What does mine do? I mean, they're kind of like relying on you to understand and know it, but like they don't tell you anything. They don't tell you like this does this. It's like nope. Like good luck. There's one of the familiars that I got. So anyway, all right, moving on. So Bill, this is your mod for Dark Souls, right?
Yeah, this is a Dark Souls 2 mod. And I'm starting back into the Souls series again. And we've been I set it up with my community so I've got about 30 different just random runs and challenges and mods to do from here until Elden Ring comes out. And to start it off, I wanted to pick my favorite Souls game and what has been touted as the best mod for this game. So it's Dark Souls 2 Augur of Darkness. And a lot of the Souls mods will add like different weapons and stuff to the game. They'll add different enemies or movesets. This mod doesn't do that as much. There are some like enemy variation. Like this mod changes up attack speeds and timings and stuff. So if you're super familiar with a enemy's attack speed from the base game, it'll throw you off with it being like faster or like delayed differently than what you were originally. But the biggest thing, and I think this Dark Souls 2 is the only game where the way the game is built allows for it. This mod actually changes up and adds new like environmental assets, like new areas that you can walk in, like within the levels themselves. The mod creator was able to completely like craft new platforms, new levels, platforming challenges in the game. So what it's kind of been doing from the first like 3 or 4 areas that I've done is there's a ton of side areas in Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is a massive game. And this basically closes off your direct routes through each of the levels and forces you into these side paths to kind of snake through the level in a way that wasn't possible before, and also allows you to enjoy all of the side assets that the game had that you might have just bypassed if you just didn't feel like it. Like this area that I'm stepping in right now, if you're watching it live, this is all completely brand new, remade, like, or not remade, but made handcrafted for the mod.
So so the modder actually created this level, right? Or well, part of this level.
Well, yeah, pulled assets, created the platforms, did everything that they needed. This section of the level is completely handcrafted by the modder.
Is that the first
really, really
time?
cool.
Is that first time that they've done like mods have been? I mean, is modding a thing in Dark Souls? I've never really known that to be like a Dark
Modding
Souls.
is a huge thing in Dark Souls. Dark Souls 3 has by far the most and best mods, and I plan on playing a bunch of those later. Dark Souls 3 has a bunch of things, like they are at this point adding Sekiro enemy movesets into they're like rigging up Dark Souls 3 enemies with Sekiro enemy movesets. So
wow.
This is the only Dark Souls that I know of that they actually are able to like alter the levels heavily like this, where they're actually able to make new platforms and stuff. I just thought it was really neat. The rest of the mod's a little bit underwhelming in the fact that the enemies are all the same. The only changes to the enemies are the attack patterns and stuff, but routing you through the levels in a different way is definitely refreshing, to say the least, especially with me having played through these games so much. It's nice change of pace.
It's cool.
I got a question. Do they got a mod for this that gives you the fucking katana axe from the abomination katana axe from Mortal Shell?
No, that has not been modded in. It might be something that somebody would work on for Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3, like I said, it's got the biggest mod community out of the games, but as far as I know, that is not in the game as of yet. I would not be surprised if it gets modded into Bloodborne whenever Bloodborne has that PC port, because trick weapons, it would make sense for that game.
Missing out, man. That katana axe, bro.
Do you notice with the mods, because like these games are so specific when it comes to like movement and things like that, do you notice with the mods that they cause there's any kind of like jank there, or is it pretty well done?
This mod is very well done. It doesn't really add much jank. The only jank that I'm really seeing is sometimes the routing of some of the enemies can be a little weird. Like they'll behave oddly, like there's an invisible wall they're trying to walk around or whatnot. But as far as your
just
character
their
goes,
basic logic for their game UI or the AI for
maybe in Bethesda.
for the in-game like standard platforms, it's fine. But anytime you'll notice in a lot of these areas, any of the handcrafted sections, they tend to put more of the stationary enemies on, because the enemies moving around on these handcrafted platforms gets a little weird. They are known to walk themselves off of ledges.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Isn't that shitty pathing just a thing of Dark Souls? Like every time I've watched you play these games, their AI has shitty pathing, regardless of what you're.
The AI is not great. I'm just saying this makes it worse.
Oh, I'm sure it does. Yeah, putting anything custom that was not initially supposed to be in the game is obviously going to fuck up the UI. But
I think a lot of times we watch Bill play too, and I feel like I learn something new every time we watch Bill play. He has all the tricks of like how to actually get the AI to route into like a corner to like walk off an edge or like kill themselves or something. He has all the tips and tricks.
Doing level 1 runs, I learned a lot of exploits. I did learn something new with this though, is if you pancake there's low. If you pancake them with a heavy weapon, they just lay on the ground. They won't get back up and fight you. They'll just be like, nope. I
would too. I would too.
Every other enemy that I've come across will get back up and continue fighting. They just lay there.
Cool. So you also played the new Final Fantasy VII or the Yuffie expansion, correct?
Yeah, we can talk about that whenever we
okay.
Unless you want to bring it up.
I mean, we're showing it now, so might as well go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, I've been playing the new Final Fantasy VII. Well, not new, but like the Final Fantasy VII remake Yuffie DLC that they added.
The fuck is she running like that
DLC. She's being stealthy. She's a
That's
16-year-old
definitely
fledgling.
stealth.
That is
She's a 16-year-old fledgling ninja that is trying to prove herself in a Moogle outfit. She's absolutely adorable and also hilarious, but the DLC is really good. I'm a little disappointed in a certain aspects of it, like you can only control her specifically. She has an AI companion with her that uses like a bow staff type weapon. You can't control him at all. You can like tell him what to do, but you can't actually like manually control him. But her playstyle is fucking fun. I don't know how it compares to the ninja role in like Final Fantasy 14 or anything like that, but she's
they don't
a
run like
mix
that.
of like
They do.
Do they really run like that?
Yeah, ninjas run like Naruto in
Yeah,
Final
that,
Fantasy
that,
14.
that wasn't a Naruto run, man. That was like
I mean,
a.
That was like
it
an
was
airplane.
pretty close to a Naruto.
she also does the Naruto run whenever she's balance beam walking across. Yeah, but it's a mix between ranged and melee attacks. There's a lot of shuriken throwing. From range, you can whenever you toss your shuriken out, you also can do like jitsus, which will do elemental damage.
I was about to ask, do they have jutsus?
Yeah, you can change your jitsu's elements to fire,
Can you-
wind, lightning.
Can you fuck up the jutsus?
You cannot sabotage your jitsus. No,
No,
it's
yeah, I think that's one thing that Final Fantasy does that I laugh at. When you fuck up your jutsus in Final Fantasy, you can turn yourself into like a frog and shit.
no. There's no fuck up in that regard. You can just do basic jitsus or charge jitsus. Each element has a different jitsu type. And then you can also like whenever you throw your shuriken, you can warp to your shuriken and like do a melee combo with that. She's a really fun playstyle.
She straight up just like Sailor Moon transformed that bitch.
Yeah, this is yep.
I wish that
she's-
Riot would have
and now
done them.
she's- And now she's coughing on her own smoke bomb. So
That happens, you know.
but
Cool.
it's good. It's really good. It's a unique playstyle. None of the other characters in the base game had like a good range to melee moveset. If this is the same moveset that she has in part 2, I'm going to be very, very happy. I don't see why they would change it.
That looks like her.
She's a fun and unique playstyle. The DLC is not very long, but it's definitely a good time if you own a PS5 and like.
I'm just wondering how he cut that rope with that bow staff.
I
don't ask questions.
I'm wondering how she fell from like 80 fucking stories up and got back up with just like a little scratch.
Are we
on her
really
back.
questioning the shit in
got
Final
all-
Fantasy games?
Yeah.
She superhero landinged it at the end, but
that
yeah,
was true.
that's all. If you're interested in Final Fantasy 7 remake, it's PS4. The DLC is only on PS5, but apparently there's been leaks that it's going to be coming to PC as a
Yeah,
Epic exclusive here
well,
sometime soon.
go ahead and cover that. So like they're this was normally in the news section we would go over this, but Final Fantasy 7 remake, like Bill is saying, rumored to have be coming to PC. It is looking that it's going to be an Epic exclusive, or okay, well, not an exclusive.
Surprise, since
but-
Kingdom Hearts went the Epic exclusive route.
It's right now. It's leaking that it's going to be on the Epic Store. There's not anything saying it's necessarily exclusive, but maybe it will be. Who knows?
Most likely.
It's a 50-50 shot because Kingdom Hearts went Epic exclusive,
Yeah.
but also every other Final Fantasy game has been both Epic and Steam. So
Yeah,
and with how popular Final Fantasy 7 is, I wouldn't be surprised if greedy old Epic saw it as a cash grab, like a big like purchase opportunity to get that exclusivity. Just because, yes, having the other games ported to Steam and Epic, it's fine, but this is the new hotness. They're gonna want to try to capitalize on it if they can. It's a business move. I can respect it, I guess.
me and Enigma cannot respect it, but it's
No, you take that back. You shut your whore mouth.
so.
Do not give them a fucking pass.
No, Epic sucks, but I understand the business
No,
mindset on it.
no.
Okay.
Full stop.
All right.
Epic sucks.
Uh,
You don't got to add anything into the back of the head of that.
so
Okay.
Scruffy, you've been playing Summer of '58, which is
Yes,
actually we're going to be able to talk about another news article. So this works.
Yeah, this works. So Summer of '58.
Did you
This
refund it?
is a what's that?
Did you refund it?
No, of course not. We'll get into that. So this is a horror game that released not too long ago, actually, by a smaller dev team called Amica Games, and it's a very similar kind of vibe to PT, like the PT demo, combined with like kind of an Outlast vibe. It's a lot of like kind of walking around, finding clues and whatnot, all while being kind of haunted by
Like
this
Outlast.
creepy school ghosts kind of
fuck
stuff.
this game, bro.
Definitely nothing up Enigma's alley, that's for sure.
Fuck this game, bro.
Reminds me of Outlast.
Yeah,
Are there
it's got
dolls?
there is there
Oh,
is
hell
dolls.
yeah.
You fucking I tuned in like
You always
Right-
come in at the
right-
worst parts.
yeah, like right when he like looks back and there's this creepy little kid looking like leaning in
over
the
a
doorway.
door.
And I was like, nope, I'm
Yeah,
gone, dude.
Enigma
I ain't
was
doing
gone.
this shit.
No, but
thank you.
it's honestly, and I don't even like say this like ironically, like it's one of the best horror games I've played in a while, and I haven't played a good horror game like this in a while. And for as short as it is, it's only like an hour and a half, and the thing is, usually jump scares, if a game's full of jump scares, I'm not too like fond of it or anything, or at least it doesn't scare me that much. This game kind of packs them in, and it's to the point of where like usually you can kind of guess where a jump scare is going to be. This game just has like so much shit that it's like you don't know when to expect it. It's kind of nuts, but it's very well done. It's got a super atmospheric kind of creepy sense to it because you're like in this abandoned school and everything, and you're kind of the story of it, not to spoil anything, is really just like you're kind of like you're solving this like mystery of like disappearances that happened in like a summer of like 58, and you're going back to the schoolhouse of where everything kind of rooted from. It's a short game, like I said, only an hour and a half, but it's very good. Lots of good scares, lots of good times, and dolls and spooky shit.
Do you think that you got your money's out of it worth?
I think so, because that's the thing I was going to point on is the game is only $8.99. It's only a $9 game on Steam.
Oh, it's $20.
No, it's only a $8.99, and that's where a lot of my hate of what people have done with this game and to the devs, kind of stems from is. So, and we'll get into it, like, so this game, it kind of came up that a lot of people were playing this game, playing it through in an hour and a half below that Steam refund policy threshold of 2 hours and refunding it. So they were abusing
finishing it.
They were finishing it and then
It's a
refunding
90-minute game. Therefore, they were finishing it 90 minutes, and they were like, I'm done.
I'm done. I'm gonna get my money's back, and pretty much playing it for free. And that's so scummy for especially an $8.99 game. Like,
I mean, you can't call it scummy, man. Like, it's not a scummy thing. I understand.
I think it's for a good game. Like, I understand if the game leaves you off. Like,
I understand where you're coming from. I can see it from a point of view of like if you enjoyed the game and you played the game through the entire way and you enjoyed all of the game, then you shouldn't refund it.
You shouldn't refund.
But if you finish the game 90 minutes in and you went, this game's shit, it's not worth the $8, and it's only 90 minutes, I want my fucking money back.
At that point, I guess, but like literally, I think this game's got a lot of good detail to it. A lot of the story is good. And maybe it's biased. Maybe I'm just looking at it through rose-tinted goggles.
I don't think it's your bias. I just think that my problem with it is that $8. Like $8 is not a lot of money. Okay, well, it's money, right? You're spending money on a game in a world today where like games are coming out left and right, and Steam games are constantly on sale, and there's a bunch of stuff, and there's just so much to play, or whatever else. Like a game at an hour and a half long, max maybe 2 hours. Like my point of view would be, hey, maybe extend, like give this game a little bit more time, right? Come out and
I want to.
Yeah, but then price the game a little bit. I don't know, man.
It's their artistic vision.
Yeah,
it's
exactly
what their games were.
Well,
I think that's it.
shit.
They only need an hour and a half to tell the story.
Then it's their artistic vision. They only wanted
I've looked at their other games.
So
Each one of their games.
You want them to fluff the content of their game just to
No, I want them to
your
give you fucking content worth the fucking 2 hour
And I think they give that. I don't think they need to drag the game out to
that's your
go
opinion.
over the threshold, and it
that's
is
your
my opinion, and I'm entitled to that opinion.
If you're right,
you aren't, but I'm just saying
the problem then lies
if they refunded it, that is their opinion as well.
Right. The problem that lies is that I can't fault someone for beating a game and refunding it in the time, like in the time limit. I mean, it is what.
So if we had a situation like this not too long ago, you remember Carrion?
Yeah.
Carrion was the same way. It legitimately had maybe a 2 hour story, right? And I bought that game fully intending to fucking love that game. I did like it, but the fact that the matter that it only had a 2-hour fucking and granted, Carrion was a $20 game
I was
purchase,
gonna
obviously.
bring that up.
That's one
That's a big
downside that
factor
I
right
had to.
there.
But the fact of the matter is that I mean, it's not really that big of a factor in the long run. Like, it's a 90-minute game, and they're charging half of what Carrion was charging for theirs.
To me,
For half the game.
You charge $5. I think you cut this problem in half. I really think you cut the issue by a lot. I think people throw $5 at it and go fine. Even at $8.99, like everyone's like, it's fucking $8. But I could go right now and find a lot of games on Steam that are $8. You know, that are full, that are even if they're on sale, right? Like, I mean, that's the thing. That's the part is like, fuck, artistic vision, whatever, fine. But my thing about it is like, then if that's your thing, if you're like, my game is an hour and a half or 2 hour or under 2 hours, most people can probably beat this in an hour or less. People are going to refund it, man. Like,
I don't know. Well, I guess it's all up to people's opinions. Like I said, I think it's scummy to do in the sense if you did enjoy the game and you just want to get your money back because
100%.
it's
I agree with you there on that.
If you didn't enjoy the game and you refund it, I can understand that.
Whoever were the assholes that went out there and finished the game were like, oh, okay, this is a good game, but it was only like 90 minutes long, so I'm going to refund it.
Yeah, if they notice that like, oh, it's only under 2 hours, I can get my money back.
You're the worst type of gamer on this.
Because honestly, the devs, like I said, they put a lot of work into this, and all their other games too are, from what I've seen, about the same price point and about the same time to play. And I think it really just comes down to like wanting to support the things you like, and if you like it,
I mean, I get it. I mean, I buy every single DLC that comes out for Dead by Daylight, even though I don't ever play them. I will still like. There are times where I don't even have that game installed, and I still buy the DLC to support the devs. Like, I get it. But at the same time, like, if that's your choice, you need to understand that people are going to fucking use the system the way that it is, and it sucks. I'm not, I'm not.
I also will say that like I was the first one to bring this story up to you guys' attention when I first saw that the developer had gone on Twitter and had posted a thing saying that he was going to be leaving game development over this because he had, I can't remember if it was he had lost. Let me get the direct quote. He says, friends, thank you for your support. I'm leaving game development for indefinite time to collect my thoughts. And then he has a tweet longer or something like that. Says, friends, thank you for your support. I'm leaving game development for an indefinite time to collect my thoughts. The fact is that my game, Summer of 58, does not reach 2 hours of playtime by Steam standards. By Steam standard, it didn't reach 2 hours of playtime. That's not by Steam standards. That's by your standards. You made that you made that game specifically 90 minutes. That's not Steam's fault,
right?
For the first part.
I don't
and
know.
Then he says, in this regard, a huge number of returns on the game, even with positive reviews. And I do not earn anything to create a new game. Thank you very much for your support. I think he's Russian. Or not, English is not his first language, so he's not.
I believe so because the game is translated.
He says, thank you for supporting me. I am very glad that you liked my game, but since I have no conditions to do something new, I have to do something else. I will immediately answer everyone who asks about From Day to Day, which I'm assuming is their next game that they had in development. Yeah. This game will not see the light of day in the near future. See you later. This to me,
pandering.
It seems to me like it's pandering in a certain type of way, because you said that he'd already released a game before that was in the same vein, right?
I believe so, yeah.
And you can't tell me that game didn't get the same situation, because Steam's.
Well, I don't know. I haven't really checked.
I know you can.
I know it's around the same price point. I don't know if it breaches the 2 hour gap or not. But
well, if it does, you can't tell me that he didn't see this coming. Like 100% releasing a 90-minute game to me is just screaming for people.
You're not gonna tell me that you're not gonna tell me that you couldn't, our artistic vision or not. And I think we are obviously on opposite sides. Me and Enigma kind of. I can't stand the crux of like artistic vision when it comes to certain things, at least being used as like, if you want to say artistic vision, fine, it's your artistic vision, but then don't bitch about it. Like, accept the fact you made a game that was fucking under 2 hours.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to accept that people are basically stealing.
He could, but he accepts the fact that.
But you don't.
He doesn't have to put it on Steam either.
He never had to accept that. He had every avenue to make that game to where they couldn't do that,
or he could add something that says, hey, there's gonna be DLC coming, there's going to be a season pass. I mean, you can't tell me there's not cutting room floor shit that he left somewhere that he couldn't put into the game, And even if that's said, guess what? If you don't like it, you know Steam's policies. Don't put it on Steam. Like put it somewhere else.
I understand that, but I also I think
you're
again,
asking
like
humanity
I said,
to be.
it's all summed up. And yeah, you're putting too much faith and trust in humanity.
Yeah,
but
I'm just saying also too, if that's the case, like you didn't go to Twitter and be like, I'm not going to make a game anymore. Well, okay. I mean, but
I mean, if you can't afford to do off of your life, like if making games is what you want to do for your livelihood and the games you're putting out aren't filling that, then yes, you need to find a different avenue. But
yeah, 100%.
This is a shit way of having that come about. And like you were saying, it's putting too much faith in humanity to do the right thing if they did enjoy the game or whatnot. And do you think
again,
Steam should address as far as like,
no,
I'm sure this isn't the only short game out there. So
no.
You're just saying all games.
It was when
he should be happy it's not on GOG, dude.
In his hands to make it not this.
GOG gives you a fucking month. You better be happy it's not on GOG.
He had 90 minutes. You can't tell me that he couldn't have made another 30 fucking minutes worth of content.
So you're saying that all games need to be at least 2 hours?
No, but I'm saying if you're going to bitch about people fucking refunding your game, then yeah, you have every ability to do so.
It's the fact that
I think that the fact that he put as much detail into an hour and 30-minute game,
detail or not,
the fact or not, I think it's still impressive, and he's still.
I'm not saying that it's not impressive.
I'm not the one in the argument.
You're not listening to me. I'm not arguing with you that the game is not impressive.
I know.
I am arguing with you that the person did not make a long enough game to meet the 2-hour mark. He had let me continue. Let me continue. He had every tool in his tool set to make it a 2-hour game. He had 30 minutes. You can't tell me he could have been like, oh, here's 2 more fucking quests.
If he makes a story, he makes a whole game, and it wraps up in an hour and 30 minutes, is that really like his fault if he doesn't want to extend it anymore?
All right. Fucking people.
Okay, here's the easiest answer to all of it. He made the game that he wanted to make. If you're going to make the game you want to make, you know the platform that you're going to put it on. You accept responsibilities of what may happen. That's it.
I also don't understand. I don't know. Is there any other platforms that are as high valued as Steam is? Because
here's the thing. Again, we take all of that. Take any kind of extra things out of it. The base black and white of it. You made a video game. To your point, he made it to whatever view, like to his vision that he made. So it's 90 minutes. You have a decision as a game developer to go, where am I putting my game? He has put games on Steam. He knows Steam's thing. You are then accepting the fact that, you know what, this could happen. Like that's the only thing I'm saying. Take the onus of understanding that you made a game that you wanted to make, completely fine. It's 90 minutes, can be beaten in 90 minutes, and now could have a fact that it could be refunded. There's not shit you can do about it. Stop bitching. I mean, that's it. That's the only thing. Like, stop bitching about that, because the fact of it is that you knew every step of the way there was something that said, like, this box is checked. Yep. This box is checked. Yep. We're gonna assume that humanity is gonna do the right thing. That box should have never been checked. Like, and if that's your thought of going into making video games, then it's the problem. Like,
okay, hold on, because I have to address something in the chat. So one Crow said that do you go to a coffee shop, order a coffee drink, and go like, oh, I don't like that, so I want a refund. I'm not gonna be paying for this, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, but the coffee shop doesn't give you a fucking 2-hour refund policy.
But you finished it.
I mean,
right? The coffee shop doesn't. Regardless of it, the coffee shop doesn't say, "Hey, by the way, if you don't like that coffee, you can come back and give it."
No one's arguing that it's not a shitty thing to do.
I'm just saying, I don't think there's any other platform that is as high as Steam.
Every platform right now, including fucking what's it called, Epic Game Store. Does a 2-hour policy pretty much.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure Epic does the same thing. I'm pretty sure GOG is even worse.
GOG is any time, no matter what playtime you have within 14 days.
Exactly.
If you don't like it.
I'm literally, this was in his eyes a finished, complete game. This is what he wanted to push out. I don't know where else he could release it that would have as much traction as Steam does.
And
maybe he could have lowered the price point to a $5 price point. But if he felt that it was worth $9, then
that's fine. You felt it was $9. You felt like you needed to put it on Steam. You felt like you needed to make a 30-minute game. When the shit doesn't go the way that you want it to, you don't get to whine and bitch. because again,
I think you do get to whine and bitch.
I think you
because
get to
there's
whine
no
and
other-
bitch a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, you can sit there. Okay, fine. You can whine and bitch, but to sit there and be like, I'm never going to make games again. That's where
within his right.
that's where my line goes to be like, I don't feel bad for you anymore. Like, I don't feel bad. You knew everything that was going on. It's like being like, that's like me telling, and when you guys have kids, you'll understand too, of being like, hey, don't touch that. That's hot. No, I'm going to touch it. Okay, well, cool. When you touch it and you burn your fucking hand, I'm not going to feel bad for you. Like,
okay, hold on, because I got to address another thing in chat. Nobody is excusing it by just saying that's how Steam is.
Right.
Again, I have 100% said it's shitty that they fucking did it.
But actually, Steam is one of the strictest. Like, just so everybody knows, like, Steam is one of the strictest when it comes to their refund policies. Like, two out. GOG is a month. You have that game for a month. No matter how much time you've put into it, a month you can return that fucking thing. That's crazy. I think, or actually, I think it's like 5 hours or something like that. Like, that's nuts, right?
I still don't. I still will go down fighting that this is not Steam's fault.
I don't think it's Steam's fault.
Well, I don't think it's Steam's fault.
This is not the fault of the 2 hour return limit. This is not the fault of Steam. It's the fault of the shitty fucking community that went through and went, okay, well, I finished that. I liked the game, but it's $8, bro.
Well,
I want my $8 back.
On a better note, it does seem that since his tweet that there has been a more well received, like, people have played the game and actually gave it its time of day.
I said it when I came in and you were playing it. I was like, I might go and buy it. I hate fucking horror games.
Mhm.
I might go and buy it because it's $8 and I'll support the guy. But the fact of the matter is that I think that he easily could have avoided this by just adding 30 more minutes worth of content.
And the last thing I'll say on Touch, and it's about Steam in general. I actually think that Steam's 2 hour window is fucking too less, because I play games like Solo and I want to refund that shit now.
Oh god.
So what's
the matter,
wrong?
Bill?
What's wrong, Bill?
Nothing.
What's the matter, Bill?
He tried to refund a game that he was over 2 hours.
It's nothing. I'm just, let's move on to something happier. It's all pissing me off.
Bill, you can't shut down every time we have a fucking conversation like this, bud.
Well, the thing is, like, coming from somebody who lives with an artist, if like she was doing video games instead of graphic design and something like this happened, I would be livid for her for the exact same reason, like what we've been talking about. If it's not the product that, if like, they shouldn't have to fluff their content just to make a living.
I agree.
But nobody is telling them that they had to. I'm just saying that they easily could have done so.
It's an indirect.
No, it's not indirect at all. No, I didn't. I never directly said he should.
Hold on, let Bill. Let
kind of
hold on.
say that.
Shut up for a second.
Let
Let Bill
if
say
he
something.
wanted to get past it, if he wanted to fix that and he wanted to give himself some way of doing it, he could have put an extra 30 minutes in if he wanted to.
Bill, what were you going to say?
We're just doing that is trying to extend playability by adding filler. No one just wants filler into a game.
Okay, so you don't do it. And you accept the fact that people are shitty people in the world and fucking do that shit.
Bill, what were you gonna say?
It's the fact that there's really no other platform to launch an indie game on besides Steam where it's actually going to get any eyes or any traction. There's a lack of discoverability elsewhere for an indie game developer that wants to make these kinds of games. If you want to make an hour and a half thing, you shouldn't be punished for that. Yes, at the end of the day, it is the gaming community that is at fault for this entire situation. I don't agree with you guys putting any kind of blame on the dev himself for wanting to get a payout from something that he put his time and effort into and wanted to put out there.
So and
I don't feel like it is his responsibility to have to fluff his content to meet something like that.
Nobody put the blame on the creator.
I'm asking for onus
to make it.
All I'm asking for is onus, and so here's two things, and we can move on, right? At least for my part, and I'm good with moving on after that. But there are over 2,000 downloads of this game, roughly about 2,000 downloads of this game. How many of those do you actually think fully refunded the game? Like. I mean, I'm just wondering.
Is this something you looked up?
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the Steam page right now. Like, I'm just looking at the Steam page.
Just say the numbers.
I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
One more time. Again, I gotta address this. No, I did not say it was the creator's fault. I said it's Steam. It's not Steam's fault because it is not Steam's fault. It's the fucking shitty community's fault for fucking taking advantage of a 2-hour fucking content creator. What's it called? Refund policy. So you're telling me that we should, in order to get rid of this type of thing, you should just remove any type of refund from on Steam's behalf. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Okay. Well, so my other point was that the thing behind it is that I understand, like this is coming from a someone that works in an artistic industry, right? I work for a merchandising company, right? And the reality of it is, and this happens on content creation, period. And it's, again, no one is giving excuses for people that exploit it, but there are multiple times where people will put up artwork, right, in storefronts, Etsy, anywhere. That shit will get ripped. Guarantee you. There are programs that literally companies pay billions of dollars to use that will try to stop it, and these homegrown hackers literally build things that as soon as it's up in a storefront, as soon as it's somewhere, it grabs the image, rips it off, PNGs it, slaps it in another storefront, right? It's almost impossible to stop. The point is, no one is blaming and saying that this person needs to make the game longer, or that the artist, Bay, she needs to do something to prevent that from ever happening, because it's almost impossible to do. What I am asking and saying is that in this situation, for the creator, is to be like, you have to accept response. Like, you can't just go and say it's not my fault, right? Or that I take no responsibility for anything that's going on. The reality is that it was put onto a platform.
He allowed himself to get robbed.
It's just right. Like, and I'm not saying again that it's not a shitty fucking thing. I mean, the thing is that there are shitty people out there that would have done it. Would I have refunded the game? No, I wouldn't have refunded the game. I mean, before this last couple weeks, I didn't put enough time into Terraria to ever fucking even give it a passing glance, right? But did I go refund the game? No. Like, I paid for the game. I own the game. There's nothing wrong with the game. I just didn't like it, right? So that's the thing, is like, like I said, you made a game that was short, that was shorter than the refund policy. You felt it was your vision. That's why no one faults you for it. Steam's policy, it's 2 hours. You know that. Like, going into it, this is a 2-hour refund policy. So my thing is that that it could possibly get refunded. If you are still okay with that, you need to accept the fact that it could happen. That's it. Like, don't then go onto Twitter and be like, I'm fucking leaving game development, guys, and I hate that this happened. Like,
I think something needs to be said.
Let's move on, please.
I know that maybe it probably comes off as pandering or whatnot or anything like that. At least something was probably said, because I feel like this is probably not the first case that this has happened.
I mean, to hold
100% not the first case this has happened.
To hold a game behind
one other case already within the last 6 months.
PC game. But to hold a game behind him, saying that he's not going to release a game, or another game won't see the light of day for a long time, that's you pouting. Like, let's be an adult. You have an open discussion about it. We can talk about it. You can bring it up in the light. You then telling me that you're not going to release another game because you want to pout? Well, then there's a problem. Like, then we need to talk. Like, again, let's have an adult conversation.
Let's move on.
I'm sorry, but having a different policy for different lengths of games is not going to be the way that you fix this. Because having different pandered, you keep the fucking thing, and if you accept that you fucking made a 90-minute game, you accept that you fucking made a 90-minute game.
That's horseshit.
That's your opinion. But in the long run, if you've made a 90-minute game, you accept that.
It prevents game developers that want to make those visual novel style games, that want to make those interactive.
It doesn't prevent them from doing anything.
It prevents them
if they
from
want to
being
make
able to
that, they can make
any
that
kind of money off of it, because people are just going to be refund because they're assholes.
Assholes will be assholes, 100%. Fucking the human race is a bunch of assholes.
It makes it so that it's not profitable and not worth the time to do anything below a 2-hour threshold. And for some people, that is not what they want to make.
That's very blatantly not the case,
you guys
because
who want to make short games, you're
oh my god, you were getting emotional over this, my guy.
All right,
you were literally getting emotional over this.
Yes,
are you fucking serious?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's move on to the show. Okay, sorry, go ahead. Finish.
No, I wanted to move on a half hour ago.
Well, I mean, we're good. It's just, I'm completely fine with talking about it. It doesn't, no sweat off my sack. It doesn't hurt me to talk. I mean, I love talking about controversial shit. I don't get to do it every day of my life, so I get to do it here.
I'm just gonna say it right now, right here. Every time we have a conversation like this, you can't shut down like this, bro. You can't get emotional and shut
I'm
down
not
like
shutting
this.
down. It's just my words are getting nowhere, and we're doing circles. It's a
Well,
circle
that's
jerk.
because you're trying to force your opinion on somebody else. Like we can still have different opinions and still continue on peacefully and amicably without having a fucking
I agree with
emotional response.
Bill. I agree with some things you say. I think the way that you've portrayed some opinions, Enigma, have come off in a way that
It doesn't matter. We don't need to get into this right now. Let's move
it,
on to a different
it,
topic. We
it's
got
just
a bunch of stuff to go. We've
either
only got
way,
an hour left.
whatever.
You can think that I've portrayed something incorrectly in your own mind, but on the same front, I think
I
that
know
you've
they're
portrayed
all
something
opinions. We can
incorrectly
just
in
agree or disagree. Anyways,
Easy way about it is if you buy a game, you enjoy a game,
out,
don't fucking refund it and be a dick. Don't be a dick. That's the
exactly.
There you go.
100%. I have said it from the start. If you were one of those people that went in there, played the game for 90 minutes, and said, "Oh, this game was great," and then refunded it, fuck you.
Okay.
Is that good?
It's worth.
Are you happy now, Bill?
Yeah. We're all happy, Enigma. We're all happy and chippers.
All right.
Jesus.
Insomniac
Jesus.
Games. Hey, there's a PC. There's a PC. There was a PlayStation 5 showcase that happened today, and I feel like it was an Insomniac showcase because Insomniac showed they had what? I'm just gonna play the trailer. I'm gonna let this play while we're talking about it. Bill, you got to watch the showcase through and through, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
I sure did.
So I wasn't able to catch everything, unfortunately. I tried to catch some of the highlights of it. But Insomniac they're working on the Marvel Spider-Man 2 game, right?
They're basically the live action Marvel people right now. They're working on Spider-Man 2 and they're also working on a Wolverine game.
Cool. So
looks really, really cool. It was all CGI, but I've wanted a good live action Wolverine game since that Wolverine Origins game for, I think it was the 360 era. That game was actually really, really good. And
I played that one.
I think a modern version of something similar to that would be pretty dope. And Insomniac has already proven that they know how to do the Marvel formula
better than fucking Square or Crystal Dynamics. I can't say Square. It's Crystal Dynamics. Yeah. But so they announced that. They announced the new God of War, Ragnarok, with Fat Thor. That's another topic we can't talk about because Enigma will get mad. But Fat Thor is going. I played a little bit. To my own dismay, I really wish I would have played the rest of God of War. But
I didn't finish it either. It was one of the first games that I tried to stream, and I was using shitty PlayStation View or whatever it is where you stream it from your console to your computer so I could stream it, and the resolution was shit, and I was playing it on the hardest difficulty. I just ended up pissing myself off with it and not enjoying the game, even though I know it's a good game. Yeah,
I mean, to me, this God of War, the redo or whatever else is actually probably I've played the other ones. This one, to me, felt like the most cohesive, but connected. Just a very good game for what I did play of it. The other ones were just button mashers and stuff like that. This had
I love that shit though. I like the button masher. I like the collectathon. That was the era. It was.
Oh, absolutely. So if they would have made this game back then, people would have been like, "This is too fucking hard. This is just not this."
100%.
So yeah. So we get to continue to see that. They also that's more God of War stuff. They also talked about Ghostwire that was shown. I didn't get to see this. So
isn't that Tokyo game?
Yeah, Ghostwire.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah.
I thought they canceled it, honestly.
I thought it was going to be.
I thought it just went exclusive. Did it?
It
was already exclusive from PlayStation from when they announced it. I thought they canceled it, but apparently not.
That was not Lara Croft. No, that was not Lara Croft in God of War.
I thought that for a second.
No, because then that would be Crystal Dynamics, and if that's the case, you guys need to run for the fucking hills because that's shit.
I'll buy it.
Do you not like Crystal Dynamics? That's your game. Yeah, they had some Grand Theft Auto 5 stuff there. I did see some of that.
Giving Grand Theft Auto the Skyrim treatment, where they're just going to release it on every
fucking platform.
This game is from the PS3.
Make money.
It's from the PS3. Crazy.
Exactly. GTA 5 Online is a huge money sink. Mm-hmm. And this is why we're never getting a GTA 6 because it's too profitable.
You can thank that you can thank also the RP scene. Like the RP
Yeah.
scene, as long as that is still a big thing.
That's the online.
Well, right, but there's the online, and then there is the RP.
The RP is all fine and dandy, and it keeps people coming back. But the online, if people would stop paying for shark cards, they would fucking make a new GTA 100%.
Yeah, but I would love to know the numbers. I bet you dollars of donuts that fucking they are.
Either way, I
making
think
a
it's
shit ton
all
money
of it
on
that's just
RP.
still
Yeah.
keeping this
Like
game
we're not going to
alive,
see
dude.
GTA 6 for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had some leaks for GTA 6 recently, so we know that it's in the works. We just don't know when it's going to be.
There was the car porn GT7 that was announced as well, which we already that was announced. They showed stuff for GT7. That
it looks amazing. Gran Turismo's always been top line of graphical fidelity. Racing games aren't my thing, but I know of a few people who just love this shit. So
my question with GT is, where does it fall in the like because there is a line that is very drawn in the sand when it comes to Sims and when it comes to like I guess everything else, right? Like you have simulation games which are like iRacing, like that like super. There's a couple other ones. I don't think Project Cars is one. I think they went more arcadey style too, but like when I watched this thing, I was like, oh, like they're literally leaning into car porn because it is all like there's this whole like Photoshop mode that is just like insane that they did with this.
I feel GT's more of an arcade racer, a very beautiful arcade racer, but I feel like it's much more along the lines of an arcade racer than it is an actual like racing sim. This
is what I was talking about. Like this is fucking nuts.
I don't play these games, so I don't know.
Nah, I don't either.
Would be a better voice for that because he eats and breathes racing, but it looks great and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun for people who like this kind of game.
Yeah. They also, I don't know what the fuck this is. What is this? This is the Alan Wake. Yeah, the Alan Wake remake. Remaster. I'm actually excited about it. Is this a PlayStation exclusive or no? Are they putting this out everywhere?
Well, it's going to be on Xbox, so it's already not PlayStation exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
so
just
I assume
now,
it's going to be PC.
Coming, what they just said there? It's going to be on all of them, but wasn't on PlayStation originally. And
have y'all played this game?
I've always wanted to.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I've watched it played.
Yeah.
I always heard it give like Silent Hill vibes, kind of.
First one is amazing. Second one, it's either you love it or you hate it. There's no in between.
Yeah.
I did not like the second one at all, personally.
It's a psychological horror movie or horror game, isn't it? It's more not
it's very
not like a ghost or whatever.
It's got action.
You can't.
In it, but
I don't want to give too much of this, like too much of it away, because even though it's an old ass game.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's
coming back,
but like it's coming back and people will still play it. Like my hope with the remaster is that they really truly just remaster it and don't fuck with it. Like I don't want to remake. I don't want them to like tweak stuff. Like that game was very good for what it was and what it did. Now again, it's old, it's aged, it does need to be brought up to newer times. But like, please don't.
Is there a release date on it yet?
I don't think so.
I didn't see one there, so I'm assuming not.
I didn't see a release date.
I don't think so. This was your Borderlands. They talked about Tiny Tina's Adventure. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, it's not Borderlands.
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Yeah,
it's
Borderlands.
It has a lot of Borderlands aspects. There's still guns. There's still loot. If you played Borderlands 2, the Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep, this is basically a full-length game version of that expansion. Only they are expanding out on some of the things instead of having like grenade slots and whatnot. There's melee weapons now. There are spells. There's still guns, but it's basically combining like the looter shooter and the high fantasy together.
It looks fun. I didn't get to play too much of Borderlands 3, but
Borderlands is fun. I mean, it's a fun.
It's a good time.
Yeah. It's just I cannot stand Randy Pitchford at all.
Yeah,
right,
the cool thing about this one is it's not set characters, so you can actually like fully customize a character out.
Nope.
You can fully build them out however you need to.
Dude, imagine if this was an isometric.
By your class. It's actually got like that overworld thing, and then you walk
Does
into
it?
the areas. Yeah, so there's the overworld map. You walk into the areas, and then you do the first person run through of the.
Oh yeah, because I saw that. I was like, imagine if this game was like full isometric. That'd be so cool, actually.
I really would like a Destiny style, not current Destiny, but like good Destiny, which I know I'm about to piss a lot of people off on the internet, but like a good Destiny style Borderlands kind of game. Because I think like to me their world always felt like it should be a fucking open world, like
They
almost
tried to go
MMO.
game as a service with Borderlands 3. I just don't think they have
Yeah, but I want it like as an MMO. Like I want like that, like how Destiny. I think that does a decent job with their MMO.
You want everything
There
as an
was-
MMO. So.
Absolutely, I do. You're not fucking wrong.
There was a Borderlands Online in the works there for a while, but it got scrapped in between Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3.
Was that
They
Uncharted?
Yeah.
They were talking about doing a Borderlands.
This is my first time seeing this.
MMO, so it never happened. It would be cool though. I agree.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're releasing Uncharted. If you want to talk about
just the old?
want to talk about another series that I gave 2 fucks about because they completely drilled it into the fucking ground was Uncharted. Uncharted 1 and 2, great. Uncharted 3 was okay.
Yeah, 3 is
I fucking after that they just lost me. I'm done. But they're plowing all of these into a remaster.
okay.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool if you haven't played them before. If
20
you have,
Yeah.
there's really no reason to.
2022
again.
going to be the year of remasters, apparently.
Pretty much.
What happened in another decade?
All right, and then we've got Spire is making. I think this is. Oh yeah, no, this was big news coming out. Was that obviously Star Wars KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic? If you've never played that, which I can understand because you're talking about an Xbox game and PC game, but yeah, it's being remade. And again, so it's being remade by Asper. It's not by BioWare or EA. So good, bad there. Like, I don't know if I trust them to touch
This
the
was
game.
the good Star Wars, right? Am I wrong?
This was the good
This
Star
is-
Wars.
This is
This-
the good one, yeah.
Okay, that because I remember seeing this, I was never a Star Wars guy, but I always wanted to play this because it looked fun.
So KOTOR 2 is technically rated as a better KOTOR, but KOTOR is still is like one of the best, if not the best.
Okay.
Well, so we found out some stuff. Boo exclusivity. It's on PC. It's not. It's console exclusive to PlayStation. It will not come to Xbox right now. Will it be?
And that's only a time. Yeah, that's a timed exclusivity at that.
Yeah. So you will get it on PC, which is it needs to be. Like if they didn't, we talked about this. If it didn't get released on PC, that would be a fucking travesty. So,
and the fact that they didn't announce PC anywhere, like the only place that's confirmed it is the Lucasfilm's Twitter.
well,
That's gonna be
I don't
coming
think
to
Sony
PC.
wanted to say that it was coming to console.
Well,
or
and then
PC.
again,
No.
we like I said when we were talking about it, like there's no way that they couldn't not release it on PC, considering PC is what made KOTOR and the Star Wars games like popular.
Oh yeah,
100%.
the mods for that game were fucking insane. I loved them.
Well, even before mods, KOTOR was released on PC, and it was one of the first, I think one of the first like actual successful Star Wars RPGs because of the PC.
Yeah.
Sorry to get off KOTOR, but is this the
No, I
new,
was
was it Athena game or whatever?
No, this is Forsaken.
Forsaken.
Yeah,
or,
this game.
I don't.
This game looks
seen this
really
game.
good.
Yeah.
They've shown it a couple times at a couple different events, but they never really gave us any kind of gameplay. They showed a lot of like when they were debuting the PS5, they showed this game a lot, which was like
Yeah.
the traveling and like quote unquote
This game looks
airbending.
dope.
Yeah,
Sand physics and all that shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
There is some stuff where it's like the mocap shit is real weird. If you actually watch, I was watching Lyric talk, like we were watching him talk about it. And if you go through and watch some of the stuff and slow it down when they're casting, but like the mocap of it doesn't fit 100% like, but that's just, I mean, you're talking about nitpicking at that point, but like
Man,
the game
mocap can't be any worse than the
fucking
Nintendo
Riot.
shit.
But it's really cool, man. This gives me a very much, if you guys ever played Infamous, it gives me
I was
very
gonna say Infamous. Yeah.
Infamous vibes.
Gives me vibes of like Black Desert. Like this character looks like the sorcerer in Black Desert.
Yeah.
Like a movement and the attacks look exactly like the sorcerer in Black Desert.
It looks like it will be like this game makes me wish it would or hope that it will come to PC. It won't. It'll probably be. I think it's a PlayStation. I think I think it's being developed by PlayStation Studios, if I'm not mistaken. But it looks fucking amazing. So, yeah. So that was this one. That was Forsaken. They showed what else did they show? Okay, it's a butt. What is this?
But oh, this is
is that
Project Eve,
Project
the
Eve, yeah.
Bayonetta meets Lovecraft.
Oh,
this
okay.
actually looks
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Like
was
I
watching
said,
it.
this is Bayonetta to a T with like the scantily clad woman with the suggestive camera angles as she's murdering through things.
Gives
Yeah.
me near vibes.
I was just
too.
saying it's like just focusing on her butt. I don't know what the hell that was all
Yeah.
about. But
I'm surprised Sony's into this with their recent fascination with
Censorship.
with Mass
Censorship,
Effect. Yeah.
I don't know why it's so small, guys. It's the video we're watching, but oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know, it looks like Devil May Cry meets. Oh, that looks just like fucking Bayonetta.
This game looks like a Sony Bayonetta like clone. 100%.
Yeah, and they spent some time on it, huh? They spent so this game's actually out, well, in early access, free to play. Vampire Masquerade Blood Hunt. It's in the Masquerade universe. You play as vampires at the BR. It was actually kind of cool. I don't know. I'm gonna play it on stream and try it out more, but it was actually pretty cool. What was this? A chicken game? You're taking
I tuned
Okay.
out after this.
So that's some other game. And then you had the Marvel Wolverine game.
Where's Bug Snacks?
Oh wait, no, this isn't. This is fucking this is not. This is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
bleh.
Which actually looks a lot better than what the initial showcase
Does it?
showed.
I still
yeah, I
can't.
thought it
No.
looked pretty all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't with it. And then Deathloop, we're getting that. That's actually coming out like here shortly.
I don't know
see
why
more
they
about
showed
Deathloop.
Deathloop again, because it, like you said, it comes out next week.
Yeah.
And
They probably
just
just
love
wanna-
showing this
I'm
game.
at-
Yeah.
I'm really interested in this game, man. This game looks like I love Arcane Studios. Like I think they do a great job with their games. So I'm really interested in see what it's going to be. Bill, you said that they also did some hardware stuff was coming up for PlayStation.
It's not anything that they've announced and stuff, and it's already like in production. So there's been hardware changes to the PS5 to, I'm assuming, for cost of materials and stuff like that. What's effectively happened is they've reduced the heatsink size. And a bunch of people that don't know anything about thermodynamics have went on saying, "Oh, I put the temperature gauge on the heatsink and it's running 3 to 4 degrees hotter now. That means that the console's fucked."
Are these the same people that are
And-
fucking modding it and putting in or not modding it, but they're putting in the external fucking hard drive that is not right?
No, these are just people that are wanting a reason to say that the new version of the PlayStation is worse than the old, which technically they're not wrong. Technically, a smaller heatsink at the end of the day will cause heating issues if it starts creating performance issues. That's where your issue is. But at this point, there are no performance issues, and any of the actual tests on the components that the heatsink are attached to are running at the same temp on the new model as they are on the base model with the larger heatsink. It's not changing any of the actual components heat. It's only making the heatsink hotter, which makes sense because it's a smaller heatsink. There's less of it to actually absorb the heat, so it would make sense that that piece would be hotter in the new one than the old one. I just wanted to bring it up because there's a lot of misinformation saying that the newer PlayStations are bad because of the components running 3 to 4 degrees hotter when it's just the heatsink itself and it's not actually having any
Well, I
impact
mean,
on the games.
if the heatsink is smaller and it can't deal with the amount of heat that the previous heatsink was dealing with, then yeah, I could see that as being a
It has
an
the
issue.
potential of being a problem down the line, but as of right now, nothing's pushing the PS5 to that point where it's actually creating performance issues on the components.
I'm wondering if
So,
I mean, I think the big thing this stems from is just the red ring, right? Like obviously all that shit like made people wary of these kind of things.
no, I
know,
get it, and I think I would like to think Sony's went through and like tested things. This is just like a min-maxing of the console at this point, materials to what they are wanting to ship. I didn't realize heat sinks were that big of an issue or a place where they needed to cut back, but
I mean,
who
the
knows?
thing about it with I try to tell people this all the time when they come, like they buy consoles, like, oh, well, consoles will last forever, you know, well, not forever, but like I had to buy it once and I'm done. I'm like, yeah, technically you're right. But at the same time, like you go boot up some of the very like games now that are coming out that are PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and you boot that bitch up on a PlayStation 4, your PlayStation 4 or even Xbox is going to scream. Like it is going to, like Scruffy's PC scream. like begging to be put out of its misery because it just can't handle. That's why they come out with these iterations of these consoles, is because technology and game development is moving faster than what they are willing to put out new consoles. Because realistically, they would need to pump out a console every probably 4 years, if not sooner. Well, maybe a little bit,
Right.
but yeah. So
I'm also wondering if I didn't put the pieces together. I'm curious if this has to do with them reducing the CPU chip size. They're going with a smaller CPU for the newer models as well. So the reduction in heatsink might be due to that as well.
I mean, the biggest thing that I would say is like any of these console companies, when they do these like redesigns and redos, if they are giving you less, even if it's like less heatsink, less CPU power, something.
At the end of
like,
the day,
whatever.
it's still a downgrade from the original console. It still has the potential to run worse than what the original does. At this point, it's not showing that, but like you were saying,
Yeah,
it can show up years down the line.
Yeah, it needs to be then at that point you need to look at your pricing structure, because if I'm paying the fucking full price for something that's going to run worse, then that's where it could be an issue. But so those PS5, we already talked about the Alan Wake remake. We talked about possibly Final Fantasy VII coming, and by the way, guys, Destiny 2. If you are, I know we have some fans here of Destiny 2. There is rumors pretty heavily that Bungie is hiring to take that to TV and movies. Question for you guys here as non-Destiny fans. Would you be interested in watching a Destiny movie or TV show or like Netflix series or show?
Probably not.
Not really.
I'm hit or miss with sci-fi. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, video game movies and TV shows have not done well in the past to begin with. So, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like...
Excuse me, Resident Evil is fucking phenomenal, and I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah.
True, Resident Evil is the next exception, but...
And Monster Hunter was even better.
No, it wasn't. I will disagree with you vehemently with that.
I don't know. I think there's
the only video
Cade.
game,
I'd love to see Cade.
The only video game like movies or TV shows in the past like 5 years that I've enjoyed. I liked World of Warcraft or the Warcraft movie.
I heard that was
a lot of people didn't like it, but
because it wasn't
I
World of Warcraft.
I thought for an actual production it wasn't that bad, right? Like for an actual movie production it wasn't terrible, and it went back to like the Warcraft 3 timeline and lore and shit.
That's the problem, is because people thought it was supposed to be World of Warcraft, and it's not.
Yeah,
it's fucking Warcraft.
That one, and then I think that surprisingly, and I am giving Netflix like a pass on this one, because usually I'm not a big fan of Netflix. I think they fuck up pretty much every TV show that they touch these days. The Witcher TV series has been pretty good, and so was the movie, the recent one that they came out with.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I think there's a lot of lore in Destiny that they could do really well. I'm not even gonna.
If they do Cade right, it might be good.
I mean,
they have to get Nathan Fillion.
There's a shit ton of. A shit ton of lore, man. Like that's one of the things about Destiny that is, to me, it was overwhelming. Was like how much fucking lore is in that game. I think if they did it, I think if they I don't know. I think it could be interesting. And that's all I'm saying. It could be an interesting.
They would have to get Nathan Fillion to be Cade. There's nobody else that can play Cade other than Nathan Fillion.
Sure. What is this Horizon Zero Dawn stuff, Bill?
So Horizon Zero Dawn, the new one that's coming out. Sony's been advertising everything that they are making that's going to be both PS4 and PS5 launches. Will have free PS4 to PS5.
Okay, so that is what I thought it was.
They were upgrading it, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, and this was a game where they were. I don't know if it was Sony or the devs were trying to do a $10 upcharge for from the PS4 to the PS5 version. They've since backtracked that.
Okay, because I was going to bring
that was a terrible idea.
I was going
to
bring that up.
It was a terrible idea from the get-go, and they got so much shit for it that they have backtracked on that. It's going to be a free PS4 to PS5 upgrade.
Yeah.
Good.
It should have never been a paid upgrade to begin with. But
yeah.
Agreed.
Cool. Because I thought that's what it was. It was about the upgrade system like that, and I'm glad that they backtracked, because I didn't hear that they had backtracked, and I was going to bring it up as being like, this is fucking bullshit.
So
good. So okay, I don't know how we did this. the show that we have more shit than we've ever had to talk about. We somehow fucking wrap 30 minutes. We have 30 minutes to spare. We have one more topic to talk about. And then we're going to open it up to free flow discussion.
We need to drag this out. You know, we need to extend
good
the
luck
time
dragging
of this
fucking
podcast.
Good luck dragging out Call of Duty multiplayer reveal because there's not enough here to give a fuck about.
Can we add 30 more minutes to this podcast, guys?
I mean, I can go over. I can start rounding off a couple.
We can go back and have a conversation about that.
No.
Stop it. I'm sorry. I'm playing.
Stop it. So, couple things I will rattle off. One, the New World beta is out, guys. So open beta right now. You do have to request access, which is fucking weird.
Can I talk about this?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
We need to extend the podcast out a little bit. I am pissed, man. Like, I don't know what it is that I have done to fucking Bezos and
you
Amazon
said that his
to
rocket
piss
looked like a
them off.
penis, man. What do you want?
But man, like
Dude.
legitimately, I have purchased their game on Steam. And I'm supposed to get access to their game no matter what, right? Like that's the whole reason why they were like, oh, hey, pre-purchase the game now and you can get access to the pre-beta. I still had to request access into the fucking
Everybody had to. Right? Well, I mean, to be fair, everybody had to request access, but Enigma is butthurt because he had to click a button.
The people that purchased it should have just automatically had it.
Yeah, he's had to click a button. And we know Enigma does not like clicking buttons.
I had to click a button, and I literally just barely got the email an hour ago, and I clicked on the button at 11 a.m. this morning.
Is there much difference between this beta and
the
beta we had like a month or so ago?
Supposedly, I have yet to jump into it. It's a new build. They have tweaked a lot of the things that the fans were talking about in regards to one, how PvP zoning works. And so I'm interested to see kind of that. It was around like basically the whole thing was like you'd set up for a war, and then you would warp out of the war zone. So like you would go in to fight it, and then if there were 100 people there, you would just get warped back to the front of the fucking thing. So they've tweaked that and worked on that. They did a lot with all around the PvP scaling. They worked on the first 3 dungeons. They have changed stuff there. They have obviously altered classes some. But I think this is just more or less like I think this is really a server test. Like they're like we've got to really test these servers out.
Test their servers because the last time with the closed beta,
it was shit. Yeah, it was fucking shit. So there's that. So but it's open right now. You can go. It's from now until the 14th. You have a little under a week. Yeah, a little under a week.
Request access now because it might take you 4 days for
it took me fucking 15 minutes to get mine.
Oh, and you got the fucking invite into the beta, and I got shafted. So
they like me more, man. I don't know what to tell you.
You have sucked on the Bezos rocket-shaped penis a little bit too much.
I cradle the balls. What do you want?
Do you think that this is going to end in another delay?
Oof. Okay, so
we're 3 for 3 so far. Are we gonna?
We're 3 for 3. We're 3 for 3.
I think they gotta. I think they've got to release it.
I think
they're getting into a point where they're like Cyberpunk. Like Cyberpunk eventually just had to do it.
I think that this game is in a state where it can release. I think the other side of it that pushes me to believe that they're going to do it, and though Lost Ark getting delayed was not directly a result of New World. It was they did delay Lost Ark, which was supposed to, if you guys weren't aware, Lost Ark is being published by Amazon, another MMO. Even though this is God damn it, you have fought with everybody on this show. You want to fight with me now? That it is.
Bring it, bitch.
It's not. I could just mute you. I could literally just turn your stream off right now. And so Lost Ark got pushed. It's an isometric MMO, but Lost Ark got delayed. I'm sure New World had to do with it. So like, I can't see them delaying that again and then not have bringing Lost Ark out as well. I think if they really do delay again, I think that is it. I will refund that game if they delay again. I will be done with New World. So I can't.
As far as the open beta went, I was one of the people that was like, yeah, it's going to delay 100% because it wasn't ready in the open beta or in the closed beta. 100% wasn't ready. Like they had so many issues with their combat. It was glitchy as fuck.
You're talking about the very first one, right? Not the last one.
No, the one that we just barely before this open beta, the closed beta before that I purchased the game. It was buggy as shit.
I didn't have that many issues with it. But I don't know. Again, I'm not saying that's not saying it doesn't exist. That's not saying
That's
there's
what I was
not
about to say.
problems.
Just
like,
because you have a 3090 does not mean that
hey
everybody.
man,
has
that thing
a
was
3090.
fucking bricking 3090s. So it's not like I wasn't immune to it.
did you hear about the 3090? The reason why those 3090s burned out?
No.
Apparently EVGA is saying it was because of faulty soldering on the board.
Oh, wow.
That's why when
pretty
it came down to it, they were like they replaced them like that. It was because they were like, oh fuck, bro, were those the ones? Did we send the ones out? That fucked up the
Shit.
soldering on?
Damn it, David! I told you not to send those
They were
out.
back like, Jose, did you send those?
Yeah,
ones
that's
with
right.
the
Like,
shitty soldering, bro?
They're looking over at the fucking pallet and being like, these are the factory seal. These are the ones that are supposed to go out. Where's the faulty ones? Uh-oh. It's like, oh shit. Yeah, so yeah, but anyway, New World. I don't know, man. If they delay again, that's gonna be rough. It's good.
I don't think they'll delay it again, honestly. Like I think that realistically after that open beta, I too in my mind was like, yeah, they need about another month.
Yeah.
And that's what they took. So I think with another month with some server testing to see what their latency looks like on their servers and see if they can hold the amount of people that they are going to be getting, I think it'll be I think it'll be ready for release. Personally. I don't think we're gonna see another delay.
Yeah. What's the other thing I wanted to bring up too? Oh shit. I don't know. But well, Call of Duty Vanguard, guys, this game had a multiplayer reveal. I'm trying to pull up the video so we can show it. I know most people here don't give a fuck about Call of Duty.
Isn't Vanguard trying to do the same thing for 2042 is?
No.
Or something similar?
No.
I thought they were. I thought they were going back
That's
to
what I thought I heard. Or
What are you talking about? Like, what do you mean, like doing the same thing?
Like bringing all the old Call of Duties into like one or something? I thought.
No.
Oh.
So here's the.
I don't know.
I'll play the trailer while we discuss it.
Are they going back to World War?
They're going back to
World whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So it's just not gonna play the fucking trailer. Cool. Awesome. Hold on. There we go.
Is that what Vanguard was? I thought that they were going back to like the World War II. Or
Vanguard's going back to World War II. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going.
That's what I thought.
It's going back to World War II. And it's I watched the multiplayer reveal. I watched some of the stuff that they talked about. I don't know, man. I mean, it's like they are the thing about this is like they've got Treyarch working on the zombie mode. They've got Sledgehammer doing the multiplayer. I think they have Raven, which does the Warzone side of things. And then another company that is handling the story behind it. And like I think that the thing for me that is like so disjointed in all of this is just like it feels like these are three completely separate games. And we've talked about this before where you've got like Warzone and then you have regular Call of Duty, and it's like they're two battling out, right? Like you've got people that love regular Call of Duty, and then people that just do Warzone. So I don't know, man. And like the multiplayer stuff I saw was not much. I was just like, oh, is this just Call of Duty? Like it's just fucking Call of Duty. Like people were getting psyched about like, oh, there's destructible environments. I was like, that shit's been around forever. Like, you know, I mean, now you can just wall bang appropriately, I guess, or whatever.
Majority of the case too is everyone's pretty much on Warzone compared to the multiplayer. Like, sure, there's still some population on the multiplayer, but if you look at the numbers, like Warzone still trumps it.
Oh, absolutely.
That's because Warzone's
Like,
free.
Well, yeah, and you look at it compared to Cold War, like especially like Cold War barely gets played compared to Warzone. It's crazy.
Again, because it's free.
Yeah,
I think to me, like them going back to World War II, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys feel about that? I mean, do you think, and so real quick, this is something that pissed me off too about this. I was like, if you're going to go back to fucking World War II, can we not like, they futurized World War II in certain aspects. Like their whole thing was like, we want to keep it to true things. But then I see a fucking RC tank.
they already did that.
I also
they already
see
went back to World War II. So I see them doing this again. Like if they just did the same thing, I'm like, it's just the same game. Like as Call of Duty World War II was. Like, what's the difference?
Also, they
Maybe
have
that's
they
why
put red dots in
graphics.
it. Like they put red dots. I'm like, red dots weren't invented in fucking.
I don't like it when they try and modernize this shit, especially when they try and say that it's fully historically accurate. It's like, no, it's not, motherfucker.
No.
Like I don't know. I like a couple years ago, I know everybody was asking them go back to World War One, World War Two, and then they did, and now they're doing it again, and I'm
Oh,
like,
I will say that, like, I think it was World of War, right? Was when the first one that they went to World
yeah,
War II, right? That
yeah,
was one of my favorite Call of
it
Duties. That
was
was
one, but yeah,
yeah, whichever one it was, the first one that
yeah,
they released, then when they went to
Well,
World War II.
Call of Duty originated in World War II. Like that
Yeah.
was
yeah,
the original. They
It might have been the second one. I
World
think it
World
was
at War
World
brought in the Pacific Front. That's when they brought
Yeah,
in.
I think it was World of War. That was
World
when
of War
I kind
World
of
at War
when
was
I
great.
kind of got into I got into Modern Warfare, I think in 2, and then moved
Yeah,
on from there. And I love that. I love the World War II aspect of it. I love the fact that there's no automatic weapons per se. Like obviously you have Tommy guns and gas rifles or whatever they're called. But it pops you back into reality with like single shot
yeah,
carbines and shit like that, and it kind of slows the game down to a pace that's because I'm not a big fan of
Not
first
this,
shooters.
bro. They don't
Yeah,
slow this down
this
at
is
all.
obviously they've definitely pushed it to what it's not going to be accurate at all.
I mean, it's not. They don't slow shit down at all in this. I mean, again, watching the gameplay of it. I mean, it was fucking timed. The time to kill is a little bit less, but it's still fucking crazy. Like TTK. So I don't know. I mean, again, it's Call of Duty. I didn't know. Do you know that Call of Duty Warzone makes $5 million a day?
Doesn't surprise me.
I don't doubt it.
That's fucking insane to me. Like, and the thing that one of their biggest systems here that they talked about is their Vanguard system, which is their anti-cheat. And we've talked about this before, but this, like, they spent a good 15 to 20 minutes talking about anti-cheat, which they have to because their Warzone is fucking riddled with hackers or whatever else. But like, they were like, it's not going to happen in the new one. And I call bullshit. I call complete bullshit as being like, oh, it's not going to happen. Like, yes, it will. It'll still happen. You're still going to have fucking hacking. It's still a problem. It's a free to play game. Like, how are you not going to have hacking? So I don't know. That was Call of Duty multiplayer reveal. Like they added a bunch of modes, Champion Hill, a couple other things to it. But yeah, that was that one.
I think last week we were going to talk about this. Did we ever talk about like our own opinions on which one we were wanting to play more, if we were wanting to play Vanguard or Battlefield 2042 or whatever?
2042.
I 100%
I
want
think
2042.
I think we were going to have a conversation about it, but we never actually did.
I mean, I am 100% for 2042. Like, that is where my money's going. I could give a fucking care less about this. I love the Pacific and World War II setting, but like I don't trust.
I mean, you can get it with 2140 or with 2042
Right.
as well, right?
Yeah.
Like with
Yeah.
their
portal.
whatever it's called, portal.
And if I'm gonna do that, I'll go play Hell Let Loose. Like, it's a better game. I mean, it's World War II accurate. So, but yeah, Bill, did you ever jump into like the Call of Duties or the Battlefields or anything like that?
I played a bit of Warzone. I played World at War. I watched my cousin play a bunch of Modern Warfare 2, but I wasn't a big shooter fan until Borderlands popped my cherry, and then I fell in love with Siege. Like, that's where my like, I started off with a fucking looter shooter and then moved to Siege. So other than that, not a lot of experience.
Big move.
Shooters.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought, didn't Rainbow Six, didn't Ubi announce something for Rainbow Six this week or last week?
Extraction, just another trailer for Extraction.
Oh, okay. I thought they had announced something else.
And Siege had a content drop Tuesday.
Any good?
We got yeah, the game's running. They did a bunch of UI changes.
Why do you care, Sin?
Because I've got 15 minutes to burn. So sit there and shut up and let Bill talk.
A bunch of map changes to make the maps more competitive. They added a new operator. She's Croatian. She has a clear bulletproof shield that she can place down. It's a good patch. They buffed.
She seems pretty balanced for a new operator.
Yeah, they buffed 3 of the old operators. Fuse can send his cluster charge through reinforced walls now. It just takes it takes double the time, and it has that kind of like burning effect that like a thermite does. Yeah, so
that's cool.
You'll know it's coming, but it's still a new thing for him. IQ, she gained range on her scanner, and you can now ping electronic gadgets through walls and stuff as long as you have your scanner up. So you can live ping items for your team, so that you don't have. Because before, the only way you were actually getting any benefit out of her gadget is if you were able to take out the gadget, because you could try to explain where it's at, but it was fucking hard. Now you can actively live ping, hey, I'm a floor above you. There's a cap can trap on the wall you're about to walk through. Take it out, and you can ping it. So,
do you know if with Fuse's reinforced wall breach, if he can get, or if his thing can get shot out through the hole it makes?
Yeah. So it shoots out a big long dong of a tube through the wall.
Did you say dong?
And
Long dong.
Long dong?
Yeah, it's what it looks like. It looks like a big dick shooting through the wall. And
is
if you
Bezos
shoot
riding it into space?
If you shoot it, it does take it out. But the first puck's always gonna come out. You'll always get one puck out of the
long dong
cluster charge. Yeah.
Okay.
Out of the long dong.
You're sticking the load in the long dong.
All right. All right. See, this is what happens when shit goes through.
And the last buff is Twitch. Her drones can jump now.
Oh, that's cool.
So wait, they're legitimately adding another shield into Siege.
This isn't a shield
Not
operator
a-
shield.
yeah.
So
Please.
they're on defense. They've always had it's the secondary gadget, the ballistic shield that you can place down in a spot. It has little slots.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
She has one of those on offense. It's just completely clear. It's completely see through.
Okay.
She
I didn't hear
can-
that you said it's placeable.
Yeah, she can hold it up in front of herself like a ballistic shield, but she doesn't have a gun out at that point, so she's basically just using it as a window.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They've already got like what 3 champions with shields, or is it 2? I know they've
4.
Is it 4? Holy shit!
So they've got Montaigne. They've got Montaigne who
I knew about
full
Montaigne, and then I knew about the one with the flash or whatever.
Yeah, Montaigne with the full body, Flash with the flashlight shield. Fuse actually has a ballistic shield that he can use.
Yeah.
Nobody uses it because the AK-12's too good, but he has the option to. And then Clash on defense has a see-through full body shield that has tasers on the front of it.
But compared to like how many operators there are in that game, that's few still.
Yeah,
there is a lot.
She's like a half shield because she can use it like a
It's a
ballistic
lot of
shield,
shields, man.
but she's completely unarmed at that point. Where every other shield user in the game, unless you're Monty with your full shield extended, has a pistol on the side that they can still shoot with. She can't shoot with her shield out.
Cool.
Speaking of new champs, we got
Oh fuck, dude! Oh my god.
You guys want to talk about the Pentakill show
real quick? I just want to do two quick drops, so we can jump into the Pentakill stuff. One new Twisted Metal game being leaked. Super excited about that. Hoping it's not a fucking PlayStation exclusive.
It's probably gonna
super pumped about that. Also, this is like a dual thing. Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game possibly be coming. That is supposed to be made by the people that made Friday the 13th. Not super excited about that because Friday the 13th was crap. But on the note of asymmetrical horror games, Hellraiser came out on Dead by Daylight and broke the fuck out of the game. So that's cool. Yeah, it's new. It's fun. It's fun. I played him.
What broke specifically?
His chains, like I don't know how this got by, but like his chains, if you so his power is once I think the box is opened, it like people get cursed, and if they get hit, then they are the chains start to latch onto them. If there are too many chains on the field at time, the game freezes. And also too, if you have chains on somebody and they go into a locker and you go to open that locker, it hard sets. It hard freezes. And that happened to me. It disconnected me. So that's cool. It's fun though, but for a killer that has his entire set is based on these chains, it's a little bit of a problem if they break the game. So
yeah, that's weird.
But it's fun either way. Anyway, yeah, there's this bunch of bugs right now. With him, so
they also had to get rid of his voice line because there was a bug with the audio file.
Is the one where he kept saying you opened the box and I came?
Yeah, it's not due to the community perving the line. It was actually a file issue. It will be coming back, but yeah.
Did he have a pipe dongle?
No pipe dongle. Okay, cool.
Just a BDSM suit.
Now you
Hell
can
yeah, bro.
talk about his second one of his other outfits, that second head or whatever else that he gets is fucking that it's real disturbing. Like
it's the clacker, the Nasher, like the one with the teeth.
yeah, real
The
fucking
gimp head.
disturbing. Yeah, real disturbing.
It's
So-
all from the movie, man. It's
I
all
know
movie
it is,
accurate.
but it's still fucking disturbing to see. It's like, I mean, luckily as a killer, you don't have to see it. Everybody else does, but
Oh, I know we're getting into a topic that that you know most of the podcast listeners are probably not going to like, but we got to cover it.
yeah,
you know,
go ahead.
League of
I
Legends.
have like I normally do not do this, guys, but I have to fucking pee. Talk about the thing. I will be right back.
League of Legends. Stevens, you're probably not going to like this, so if you want to just tune us out, you know, it's just like you do when we play it. You know, it's fine. It's whatever. But
Dude, I didn't even get through the whole.
did you? Yeah, I was about to say, did you guys watch any of it?
Not
Did you
all of
watch
it.
any of it, Bill?
I just watched what you guys like. I
Oh,
watched a
man.
bit of it.
The
It
concert,
was
yeah.
It was so, but yeah, they so what we're talking about, they had a they occasionally release these big events, right? They had the KDA event with the skins and everything.
Mhm.
Obviously, in doing that, they also had music to accompany that with the band coming out, right?
Yeah.
They had originally, even before KDA, they had a band in the game already called Pentakill, which was a hard rock heavy metal type of band that they had lore surrounded around, you know. They had Karthus, they had a couple of other characters and everything like that. It was fucking awesome. Like that first video, like blew
Where
my
they
fucking
ransacked the
mind,
Yordle
dude.
town.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit blew my mind, man. Like I loved that first video for Pentakill. They tried to do the same thing in this one, but they tried to like push it to the cosmos and make it even bigger than it obviously was, right? So they released a full new Pentakill album, which I don't know if you guys have
I
listened
haven't
to
heard
the
it yet.
actual
I heard it's
album.
good,
It
though.
is
The
dope,
album
dude.
seems dope, yeah.
I was listening to it today. When they released the skins on the launcher.
Yeah.
Such a good album, man. Such a good album. Like 100%. I would buy that shit, right?
I'm gonna have to listen to it.
Have we talked about
The
the Warcraft 3 models yet?
we're getting into it right now.
Okay.
The event, on the other hand, that they did, they had this like giant live like concert that was
Let me. I
like
can pull it up.
computer generated or some bullshit, right? Was not great. Like let's just be
What were
real.
they trying to do, like a Fortnite thing where it's
It was
like a
terrible.
live concert in the game?
Yeah, they were trying to. Well, they were
Right.
trying to. It wasn't in the
It was
game.
a live
It was like
stream, it was on
yeah,
Twitch
it
or
was like a
something,
live
on
capture.
YouTube.
It wasn't live. Like they weren't singing live.
No.
So it was all pre-recorded. The only thing that was live was like the user interaction. They had this thing called what was it called? It was like Wax or something like that, wasn't it?
Huh? Wax.
What was the thing called that you could log in?
Oh,
and-
Wave.
Wave, that was it. So it was like it's like a program that you can go on and like, if you have a webcam, you can turn your webcam on and you have a chance of them choosing you to feature your
Oh,
webcam.
is that why I saw like random people?
Yeah, 100%. Yep. And then you could you could have your username
It's so,
in the
it's so
in the
bad.
crowd, you know, and shit like that. So that was the only like actual user interaction that they had with it, right? But it was this huge concert event, and legitimately right from the start,
It's so bad.
It legit looks like Warcraft 3 cinematic quality. Like
Yeah.
legit 100%
Oh, this
looks
is
like
not even-
Warcraft 3. Like early 2000s
Yeah.
cinematic.
Like I said, this gave me like Guitar Hero vibes, but like not even as
100%,
good
yeah.
as looking.
I'm
Oh, it
trying.
was so
I'm
bad,
trying to
dude.
find the actual thing. Hold on a sec. I'm trying to find the actual thing to where it doesn't have like someone reacts to what fucking happened, like because I don't want to show their shit. But
It was
fucking
it was rough. dude.
terrible, like terrible.
And when I posted up on Twitter, I was like, you know, I just I'm watching this whole entire event, and you know, I'm not mad. I'm just fucking disappointed with how badly you guys have made this in comparison to like the KDA. Because like coming from KDA's music video, like this is like they gave it to the fucking.
It's
They
so
went out
bad,
and found
man.
some homeless person and gave him a crash course in like 3D rendering, and we're like, all right, go for it, bro. We'll pay you $5 and a beer. Have at it.
Yeah, it's I can't grab it. It's like they've locked it down for the most part. I mean, this
I can see why.
this gives you like a little bit of like what it kind of I mean, well, just I think this
The
makes it
textures were
look
just
better,
terrible, man.
like or whatever else, but it's just bad. Like there were so many scenes where Karthus is singing and it like zoom in on him and his hand go like this part of like what he's trying to hold the mic stand is not even connected, like nowhere close to his hand. It's like way out here, and his hands over here. Fucking hair, like
there's
cutting.
like feature clipping.
It's so bad, man.
The hair textures, like they didn't have any physics, so whenever their heads would move, their hair would like phase into their body.
It was
rough, dude.
It's so bad, and they spent so much time on VA. Like I think they spent their load on Viego, and I don't know. It's just not good. It's not good.
Yeah, they should have stuck with like the KDA style,
They really should have. They should have just made another music
like
video.
animated music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
an
made another
EMV.
Pentakill music video like the last one, because like that, I
Yeah.
think that would have went over a lot better.
Yeah.
Yep. So, well, cool. Well, guys, it is that time. We are opening it up now to questions. And so feel free to ask questions about anything that we talked about. You know, I mean, obviously, we talked about a lot of stuff.
I wish we got through it all that fast.
Dude, I don't. This is fucking backwards. This shit's fucking backwards.
It's because you didn't cover like 8 fucking games.
But fuck you, man. I'm sorry. I like playing different video games, bro. Don't worry. Halloween's coming, and I plan on doing a whole
Shit.
spook timber.
I'm excited about the PlayStation stuff. There's a few things. Like I'm actually like interested in a superhero game for once with that Wolverine game.
I want
I
to see.
hope it's anything like the Origins, because Origins was dope.
Like
you know
Insomniac
what?
can do no wrong in my book. They're one of those companies that hasn't really lost my faith in them as a company. They've done well with Ratchet and Clank up until this point. I haven't played the Spider-Man games, but I hear they're very good as well. So
That's just what I said about CDPR, and then they released Cyberpunk.
Resistance: Fall of Man. I don't know if you guys remember that game from back in the day. That was an Insomniac game, and that was actually a halfway decent shooter.
Is it Resistance or is it Red Dawn that I'm thinking about? That was terrible. I think it was Red
Oh,
Dawn.
I remember
It was
Resistance.
Resistance was like aliens and
The
stuff. It was
alien,
good.
Okay, yeah, no, then it's Red Dawn. Yeah, that I'm thinking about. Red Dawn was
Resistance
a terrible
didn't
one.
get a lot of
I liked Resistance.
screen time because Killzone was
Killzone. I
came
think
out around the same
Killzone
time, and
was
Killzone
dope,
horror as well.
bro.
Killzone
was
took it
dope.
over. Yeah.
My brother had one of those Killzone special controllers that was the gun. I love that shit, bro.
Nice.
Can we talk about this for a second, dude? I cut this from the show.
The Marvel card game.
Yeah,
I was curious why you cut this.
Well, because I didn't think we had enough time. Fuck, we had 9 fucking topics to talk about. One of which was the PlayStation Showcase. So like,
we could
that
have cut the
Enchantress?
Bungie shit. Nobody gives a shit about Bungie making TV shows.
Jesus Christ. I don't know if it was Enchantress. This is literally like some of the first times I've actually get to watch the whole thing through and through. But I am super stoked for this.
Yeah.
Like,
So I watched most of this gameplay reveal or whatever you want to call it, and that is not Enchantress. If that's who you're talking
No,
about,
that's,
that's
it wasn't that one.
that's
It
a
was
Lilith.
different chick.
Apparently, we're going up against Lilith, like the mother of demons or some shit.
which is fine because that's in. I mean, that's like. Again,
so we're going up against Lilith. Our characters, we're going to be fighting alongside the heroes from the Marvel universe, right? Our characters are brand new heroes that are called the Sunless, or what's the name of the game again? It's
Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns.
Midnight
Yeah, they're
Suns.
called the Midnight Suns, and basically they're daughters and sons of Lilith that have defected from the demon faction or whatever you want to call it. And they're like immortal or very long living people that can obtain superpowers somehow. I didn't
Fucking Blade,
quite
bro.
understand how exactly we're going to be obtaining superpowers, but
Oh,
So
man,
this is a card game?
no. Well, it
has card aspects.
It's
So
an
every-
XCOM style
Yeah,
game.
Oh, okay.
every time you go into an encounter, your characters will get randomly dealt superhero powers based on like their archetype and shit. And in doing so, that's where the cards come in. Those are your powers.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. But God, dude, please, just please, if you're gonna do this game, like give me all of like so much like I want characters out the ass, bro. I want fucking so many characters to be able to fill up my damn roster of this. Like give me multiplayer.
He wants a Marvel gotcha game. Basically.
Dude, give me Genshin Impact, make me Marvel. I will fucking blow my entire paycheck, man. I will be your whale. I promise you. Like, And like the new, we didn't talk about this either, but the new stuff came out for the roadmap for fucking Marvel Avengers. I am so done with that game. I don't give a fuck anymore.
fuck
They are
me either.
fucking like, they don't fuck them, like, or whatever else. And it's, but like, please, I honestly, God, I want Marvel Heroes back, man. I want Marvel Heroes back. I just need that game back in my life.
I'm assuming this isn't going to be co-op, right? It's going to be single
It is
player.
co-op.
Oh, it's
No.
co-op.
It is co-op. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
That's
where
cool.
that's where the custom characters come into play. Is you
Okay.
you don't play as like a single custom character. You play as a faction of custom characters.
Then this might be hype
Yeah.
to me. Like this, co-op is the make or break with this for me.
I don't know how many co-op play. I think you can have a team of up to 3.
Okay.
3 or 4. I can't remember what they had said, but it's like I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be your max level co-op.
I mean, I'm already seeing Wolverine. I'm seeing Captain Marvel. I'm seeing Doctor
It's got
Strange.
everything from
Strange.
it's got everything from the Avengers.
sure
It's
I
got
saw
Even-
Ghost
everything-
Rider
I was
for
gonna
it,
say
too.
Yeah,
Ghost
Ghost
Rider's
Rider.
Ghost
Yeah.
Rider.
Blades in it.
Which is fucking
It's
cool.
got everything from X-Men, the Wanderers. I can't remember exactly what it was called.
There's Doctor
they
Strange.
had one.
So hold on. Oh God, dude. Yes, like give me the ability to like one of the things I loved in Marvel. What was the game? It was on PC. It was on consoles. It was
Ultimate
like
Alliance.
yes, Ultimate Alliance, where you could fucking like I could be Iron Man and shoot the shield of like Cap, and it would do all that. Give me all that stuff, man. Get like just
From everything that I've heard, you can't play the Marvel heroes. You're strictly set to just playing whoever you're.
yeah, but you're still controlling the team.
teammates.
Yeah,
You control like their ability usages as far as I can tell, but
I don't care. Anyway, yeah. All right. I think that's it. I don't think we have any questions. So
We're good to go.
good to go.
Lilith is the big baddie from Diablo 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lilith is a big baddie from Diablo in general, but
Excuse me. There is
it's different. Different Lilith.
Oh.
Same Lilith, but different Lilith.
Yes, can't wait.
Cool.
Anyway, guys, thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for being here. Make sure that you guys go and check out our podcast across all of our platforms. Anchor.fm/prepatch podcast. Nope. Prepatch team, right? Prepatch. Fuck no.
Prepatch podcast.
Prepatch podcast. I had it right the
Prepatch
first time.
podcast.
Awesome. Make sure you guys go check it out there. We are almost at 50, I believe, right? Enigma?
50
100?
what?
I don't know. You said something about we're almost at like a certain point for like sponsorship. I don't know. Something.
Oh no. Yeah, we're at like 20 listeners. We still got
Okay.
a ways to go, but yeah.
Oh, all right. But in any case, check it out there. Go download it, like it, follow it, do all that good stuff. Again, we'll be back in 2 weeks for another show. We'll have, I'm sure, a lot of stuff to talk about. It's always a good time whenever you show up. Though things get heated, we always find a way to love each other at the very, very end. And I'm just happy this time it wasn't me. I wasn't the one involved in all this shit. Smiling over here. So, but you guys having a phenomenal night. Thank you guys for being here. We will catch you guys later. See ya.
Those.
Bye.
I said that.
I said it.
We all said it.